The clouds are rolling in here at John Walker Soccer Complex in Lubbock, Texas. The meeting place for a physical battle today between two unbeatens in college soccer. The number 16 Texas Tech Red Raiders are looking to turn the tides on the Pepperdine Waves. You're listening to Texas Tech Soccer on 88.1 and YouTube. For Braden Larson and Cade Welty, I'm Brett Ramirez. We'll be taking you through today's action. Braden, why don't you go ahead and give us the starting lineup for the visiting Pepperdine Waves.
So Tim Ward is choosing to have his girls in a 4-3-3 tonight. We'll start from the back. In goal, we have Jillian Medvecki, and then the four defenders, we have MJ Soriano, Peyton Leonard, Lily Stewart, and Chloe Brown. Holding it down in midfield today, we have Sarah Spears, Alex Pendleton, Kyra Murphy, and then the three up top looking to break Addie Todd's three straight clean sheet streak is Kate Ryan, Julia Quinones, and finally, Ariana Salvador.
Perfect. And for Texas Tech, looking to break Medvecki's one streak of clean sheets, why don't you give us the Texas Tech lineup?
So they will also line up in a 4-3-3. No surprises there. Addie Todd holding it down in goal. The four defenders, Kylie Barr, Eleanor Hayes, Alana Harry, and Reese Liner. Reese Liner, very good against Boise State. The three in the midfield, Eleanor Hayes, Emma Fasora, and finally Chloe Soto, who's battling that knee injury. We'll see how long she plays today. And finally, the three up top, Riley Greason, Taylor Jojetsky, and Caitlin Giametta.
Wonderful. Now, Braden, these are two of the more physical teams in the entire country. That's how they've gotten their unbeaten status. Texas Tech coming off their best win of the season so far, 2-0 against a Boise defense that's very stout.
Yeah, you know, that plays into Texas Tech's game. They were playing physical against Boise State. They understand that they have to do that again today if they want to come out on top.
Absolutely. And then for Pepperdine, a draw against receiving votes USC, and then for the first time, back-to-back against Cal.
Yeah, you know, they were picked unanimously to win the WCC. This is going to be a good matchup. They're very similar to Texas Tech in their style of play. Tom Stone said that they both like to pass the ball. How they pass the ball, that's going to be a little different, and I think we're going to see that on display today.
Well, Pepperdine won the coin flip, so they'll start with possession here. If you're listening to us on KTXT, welcome. As we're about to kick it off here in Lubbock. Sold out crowd here at John Walker. It's Wear Red Day. No, I'm not wearing red. You can't see me. He's not wearing red. Braden's not wearing red. That's okay, as long as you know the ladies on the pitch are for Texas Tech. Pepperdine in the gray backs, white fronts of the shirts. Medvecki in goal for Pepperdine, wearing the aquamarine. I'm a fan.
That's not my water.
It's not your water. It's going to start off with Alana Harry. Long ball over. It's intercepted that time, and it's going to fall right to Strzeski. And then picked up by Giametta. She lost control of it. Back, heels it back for Pepperdine. Still in their own defending half, as here comes Riley Greason. Now kicks it back to her. Little wind picking up here in Lubbock. Supposed to rain a little bit later. But Texas Tech showing some defensive muscle, and there goes Murphy. Murphy one-on-one plays it in for Quinones.
Yeah, what you'll see on Kyra Murphy a lot is she likes to play box-to-box. She has a lot on her legs today, but if she can play box-to-box effectively, Pepperdine will come out on top.
Quinones put a shot on the goal that time, just a little wide. Addie Todd says, I got it, no problem. So Raider power chant kicks off here.
Massive crowd. It might be bigger than last time we were here on Sunday night.
It's loud in here, man.
But also, just want to point out, Brett, sorry to take you off real quick, whole left side of this section of the entire stands is up, standing up. That's the so-called student section here.
Salvador trying to look for something. Intercepted by that back line. Now it's Kylie Barr on the far left hand. It was Chloe Soto starting like Braden said. Gets it to Riley Greason, sharpshooter, tries to turn the corner on three, leaves it off for Kylie Barr on that far left side.
Greason recognized the space there. Didn't want to force anything early, as we see a little mishap on the far side of the field.
Yeah, Kylie Barr tried to get it upfield to Emma Torres that time. It was going to go off her leg out of bounds. Possession back to the Waves.
Very curious to see, boys, how the wind's going to affect today and the goals and the shots. Mainly the crossers would like to work wide and then come across, that being Texas Tech. Very curious to see how that's going to play with the wind coming at us.
Ryan gives one long. Kylie Barr fights for it on the far left corner. And she's going to relay it back to Addie Todd.
Talking about that wind, that can have an effect on your defense. And the defense, both of these teams are very comfortable with the other team having the ball. So we'll see how that comes into play later in this game.
Liner to Greason. Now lays it off for Fasora. Has one on her, leaves it back for Liner. Texas Tech still in their own defending third. Up to Strzelecki, good touch that time off the chest. Has two, beats her. Now back to Fasora. Fasora in midfield. Long ball over to Torres, not there. Intercepted by Pepperdine. And now at midfield, they take control. It's Salvador turning the legs on two. Now Ryan has control.
Yeah, the wind already played effect there. Braden, the high fly ball from Hayes just kind of stopped in the air there, Brett.
Good touch there from Chloe Soto. Now up to Torres, and she's off the races, trying to beat the brinks off of two. That being Salvador. Now to the far left corner, it's Greason. Greason turns the corner on one, puts a shot on goal. It's just far to the right.
That one had some heat on it.
That's the aggressive Raleigh Greason you want. She's going to supposedly take over that Peyton Parsons role, standout senior from last year. She was a bit unsure of herself last Sunday night of what to do with the ball when she got the breakaway. I like the shot attempt there.
And she's only a sophomore. She stepped into a starting
that
role as a
crazy?
sophomore. Obviously, she had huge shoes to fill, but early in the season, she's proven that she can hold her own out there.
Really Medvecki to kick it away from the goalie box. That one floated a little bit. Good header that time for Strzelecki. And guess who? It's Riley Greason again fighting for it. Up there with Lily Stewart. It's going to go out for a throw-in for Texas Tech.
Crafty defense there from Greason. Kind of kicks it off the leg and keeps pushing the defender out to the corner, Braden, to get a beneficial throw-in. They're not going to give him a corner kick, though.
That's a smart play. That's a smart play by Lily Stewart, choosing to kick it out as opposed to giving Tech a corner. Sorry. And we talked about that against Boise State. Tech has struggled to get these corner kicks.
Harry will throw it into Riley Greason, who has one on her, tries to turn the corner on it, getting into the goalie box, leaves it off for Giametta, but no one's home. She was offside. So ball will go back to Pepperdine. Texas Tech all over the field so far in this game.
That's what they need to play like. Boise's a different style of play compared to Pepperdine. I think y'all previewed it during the pregame show when I was away. Pepperdine's no slouch. Yes, they might be a small school, but in the world of women's sports, small schools usually excel a lot more than compared to other sports where the Power Four has such a major advantage.
There's a header by Soto in the midfield. Fights off Murphy to get to it. Little slide tackle. And a call a foul.
You like that?
Good call by the referee. She got her foot. Fans aren't going to like it, but it was the correct call.
It's where it's nervous every time Chloe Soto goes down in that left leg, man, let me tell you.
I need to point this out real quick. It's wrapped all the way until the next goal box. There is not a single – there's no spot available now to watch the game.
Murphy is near midfield line. Back to Stewart. She's going to leave it off for Medvecki. Medvecki looking for someone. Going to leave it off that time for Quinones, excuse me. Well, they're going to play it in. And it's going to go just wide. And there's that wind again, Braden. Got to that ball.
And I want to see Tech kind of utilize that when Pepperdine, when they played Cal, a lot of Cal's chances came from that long ball over the top of the defense. If Tech can use the wind to their advantage today, they'll come out on top.
Here comes Caitlin Giametta. She's going to leave one long to Alana
Just
Harry.
too much pace on it, Brett. Too much pace. Hey, you talked about having success today. Go through Taylor Strzelecki as well. They're 17-0 when she scores in a game. She had 10 of her goals last year came in pairs last year. 5 games with multiple goals. Unreal stuff. Get to 16 and you have a good case of winning.
And of course, against Boise, we saw her score another brace with 2 goals.
Alana Harry will throw it in from the midfield for Texas Tech. Gets one long to Riley Greason, who's in the near corner. Tries to get a little technical, works out that time, feeding 2. Leaves it off for Giametta, just no one's home. Good stuff on the back line for Pepperdine, but that's a good challenge that time. It's going to just fall out of bounds safely.
Stone's running a lineup that ran at the very end of the first half against Boise State, right before Sign came in. It was the most productive they looked all day. Not shocked this is the starting lineup.
Another throw into Greason, back to Harry, but like well out of bounds, throwing Pepperdine.
A little miscommunication there. I think the nerves are getting them very slightly. It's a huge crowd. It's the biggest crowd I've seen in my 3 years here.
This feels like a playoff atmosphere almost. We haven't had this many people come out and show their support for the Lady Raiders in a while.
It's the most support we've seen ever.
They go clear that time for Pepperdine. They can't get it out of their own attack, their own defending half. And here comes Chloe Soto. Will kick it back to that back line. Now Greason looking for something. Trying to get rid of Quinones. Discards her that time. looking for real estate. Pepperdine is everywhere on the attacking half so far. They have to go back to Addie Todd. Chases it down.
You see that Pepperdine press. They want to make sure Addie Todd is uncomfortable in the goal.
Emma Torres, good touch that time. Challenged by one. Gets to the other side of the field to Kylie Barr, and she's alone.
Advantage played.
Barr gives chase. Gets a little techie on him. Gets into the box. Good challenge that time by Pepperdine. It's going to go out of bounds for a corner.
To go all the way back to Braden's point, Todd was very not in control of herself in the passing against Boise State, so Pepperdine obviously saw that on film. Try to press that, but so far Todd has been decent. But now we got a corner kick, which Brett highlighted last broadcast. I'll highlight it again. Something they need to get back to. Only a season average of 4. What they have in the total that game, 6, like 6 to 8. They doubled their season total almost. So that's the Red Raider way. Get in set piece play. Let 16 work in the middle of Liner.
And the Torres will be the one to trigger it in. Greason back to Torres. Torres.
Here we go.
Ankle's broken. Torres into the box. Shovels one in. Liner just wide. And it's going to go to the other side of the field for a throw-in for Pepperdine.
She could have had her first goal of her collegiate career right there. Of course, she assisted a goal already. She assisted Z's first goal. There was a grand opportunity for her to score another goal.
Ball was just a little too far outside for Liner there.
Touch there by Quinones. Good play that time from Soto, and now back to Fasora. Back to their defending half for Texas Tech. Here comes Greason. Excuse me, Hayes. Hayes leaves it off far left to Barr. Back to Torres. Trying to find something here. Leaves it off in the left corner for Barr. Is she going to get there? No, she isn't. Throw in Pepperdine.
Torres this year, when she finally gets to fully healthy, I was having some discussions with her brothers. That's how I figured out this evidence. She's way better when she's able to attack. That's kind of her strong suit. Would like to see her get back to that. She kind of tried to do that against Boise State, but so far I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Bulldog.
Torres misses the header on that one. It's going to fly out to Kylie Barr. She's going to get it back to Todd to reset.
And we're seeing it early, the benefit of the through ball. They're breaking through that back line of Pepperdine, and they're creating good chances.
Liner gets one long to Harry. Harry coming out the side of the field. Here comes Giametta into the box, just too long. Pepperdine will take control. Was she out of bounds? No, they're going to say throw in for Texas Tech. It was dangerously close that time.
I'm getting photos of this monster crowd to post for later.
Mama Harry will trigger it in for Texas Tech. Gets one into Greason. Greason in between the mid and the box itself. Now here comes Barr. Barr between the legs of Torres. That one's cleared into the air. The missed header. Barr into the box. Here comes Taylor Strzeski. Strzeski's got one to beat. They get through her. Another throw in for Texas Tech.
Should be careful there, Braden. She was basically offside, so had to come back and reset herself, and that lets the defense get there.
And it looked like she tried to play it off her chest.
Yes.
It was a tricky touch, no matter how you try to play it. But
Harry Strzeski now. Had 2 goals in that last game, like Braden said. Here comes Chloe Soto. Soto triggers one in. No one's home. Goalie kick, Pepperdine.
I want to point this out. That's what we're going to go 5 attempts so far, or at least pressing 5 attempts, and you're 10 minutes into this ball game. Completely different style of pace from against Boise State. I know you weren't here, Braden, but you were there producing it. Brett, we're seeing a much more aggressive version of Texas Tech. Stone speaks about it at the media presser right before this game yesterday morning. Said we want to be physical. We want to be the Red Raiders that are in your face and want to play with that style.
Soto header just in the attacking half for Texas Tech. Pepperdine trying to clear. Interior pass. There goes Allison Drini, long ball. It's going to be picked up by Addie Todd just in the corner, just in the very end of the goalie box that time.
And I'm interested to see how Pepperdine's game kind of evolves as this game goes on. You know, right now maybe they're laying a little bit more back, but as Tech gets tired, which we know will happen, are they going to be more aggressive? Are they going to have more energy?
The heat isn't the problem now.
Right.
That's the thing.
And had this game started at noon, that would have been a problem.
Chloe Soto will get it back to Reese Liner. Constant pressure, like Braden said, from Pepperdine so far. Gets a long ball down to Taylor Strzeski in the midfield. Leaves it off for Alana Harry. Texas Tech has something going. Riley Greason's all alone. Challenge that time, and she's offside.
It was so close, but she's just too far out. That's 2 times in a row now. One not called, now then called. I like the aggressiveness. I'm going to take offsides calls because, Braden, that means you're getting to the back line and making pressure.
Right. And right now it seems like Tech is in full control of this game. They're doing what they want to do, and it's only a matter of time before they put one in the back of the net.
That's the problem with playing a 3 in the midfield specifically. When you have an advantage in the midfield, you're going to get those chances. So here comes Lily Stewart on the left side. Get it up to Murphy. Murphy trying to put the moves on Caitlin Giametta. Nothing going for her that time. Throw in Pepperdine. In quickly to Salvador. Salvador long ball. Nobody's home. It's going to be picked up by Addie Todd. Addie Todd finds Greason on the left-hand side. Far end for Texas Tech. Challenged by Spears. A long ball down to Greason. Excuse me. Is she going to be able to get there? No, it's Barr. Kicked out safely that time from Quinones. No harm, no foul. Throw in Texas Tech on the Pepperdine net.
She played that ball from her third, and it was just a little bit too far. But if they can continue to create those type of chances, that will go a long way in deciding this game.
Two-man game between Barr and Greason so far. Triggers it in. Medvecki collects comfortably.
Kind of want to point out the shade and how it's taken form already. We didn't see this until almost the end of the first half against Boise State with extended cloud coverage. We're almost under full shade and no glare for the players on the field, just having to deal with wind now.
Soriano on her own right side. Challenged by Strzelecki, gets one in midfield. Met by 2, Torres there to intercept the pass. And it's met by Greason in the midfield. Tries to get Techie on her. Now they go back to that back line for Texas Tech. And here comes Liner. Liner has Harry all alone. Will she get it to her? Yes, she will. Trying to get it up the field. Met by 1. Put the brakes on her that time for Kate Ryan. Taylor Strzelecki knocked over the referee. He was in the way that time. As here comes Quinones looking for something to work with. Leaves it off for Kate Ryan on the left side. And now here comes Kyra Murphy. Murphy trying to dissect, just getting out of the side of the goalie box. MJ Soriano has one on her. Nobody's home on that pass, and now comes Texas Tech. And they're just going to clear it away that time, Braden.
Massive miscommunication. Sorry to cut you off there, Braden, but that's a no-go. You're set up in the center if you get that pass in.
I want to point out just how high up Pepperdine's line is when they get the ball in their final third. That opens a lot of opportunities for Texas Tech to strike on the counter attack. And I'm sure Tom Stone's going to be preaching that to his players come halftime.
Liner long, hefty ball up in midfield. And now you got Greason. They're going to call her offside, though. So the third offside so far in the game for Texas Tech after none against Boise State.
She's a full 5 feet and
it's not even close.
Yeah, she's a $5 foot long off the sides.
And some of that's timing, and some of that's just having the wantingness to score, having the wanting to put the ball in the back of the net.
Which goes back to Boise. Greason still looked a little unsure of what to do when she was ready to make a play. Now it's trailing over to offsides calls.
Chloe Soto steals it that time. They're going to call a foul there on MJ Soriano. Good intercept that time from Chloe Soto. Pick up the foul.
So far, I'm happy with the refs calling this game, and now we got a yellow on
it.
The yellow gives a yellow. The card and their jersey for their kit
highlighter
are the exact same color. A lot of highlighter here in Lubbock tonight.
So Texas Tech with a free kick in dangerous territory. If you're Pepperdine, that you can't do that. And gentlemen, they're right.
You can't do that. Chance breaking out. John Walker brings a smile to my face.
Free kick from just inside the midfield circle. Looks like it's going to be.
Hey, just want to point this out. First goal in the first half for Taylor Strzelecki was off this same set piece, just opposite side.
Long ball in. Nobody's home. Medvecki says let it go out of bounds, and she will. Goalie kick for Pepperdine.
Going back to that yellow card, that's only their third yellow card of the year. That tells me that they play composed. That yes, they play aggressive, but they play composed as well.
Murphy looking to facilitate. Nothing going on the left side, so she'll get it over to Pendleton.
So I want to point out, it's one of the we saw it last week, one of the rare times Tech started by going to the left. Usually they choose to go right first and then defend the other way.
Salvador looking for something. Texas Tech bringing the pressure just a little bit. Murphy on the left-hand side. Back to the middle for Salvador. Has someone unmarked on the right side, that being Peyton Leonard. Leonard triggers a ball in. That one's stopped by Emma Torres. Greason wasn't ready for the pass, though. Chloe Soto picks it up. She's taken down. They're going to call a foul.
This is an absolute masterclass right now, Braden, from Soto, just drawing contact when needed.
Yeah, I think she wants to be out here on the field. Of course, she missed all of last season with a preseason knee injury, and now she's here. She wants to play. It's her senior season. Let's let her play.
I think that's kind of a forgotten thing going into this 2026 team is you're getting a bunch of talent back from injuries or talent staying healthy finally. Kylie Barr played a full season last year finally. Giametta with tore her ACL. Soto, like you talked about, tore hers.
Here comes Raleigh Greason up the left-hand side. In the middle, plays one in long. Excuse me, that was Eleanor Hayes. Now this is Greason with a nice touch. Just got away from her that time. So Pepperdine will play it back.
Pepperdine settling into the game here, Brett, looking a little bit more calm with themselves.
Going back to that knee injury with Chloe Soto, I wouldn't expect her to play the whole game. She's played 89 minutes to 3 matches so far. She's played 16, 17 today. We'll see how long Tom Stone leaves her in and what impact that will have on today's game.
Long passes moving up the field so far for Pepperdine in this possession. Throw in for the Waves. 27:35 left in this first half. Stalemate, when Texas Tech's been in control for the most of it.
Stays at that. They've tied their only tie at half this year.
Oh.
But you've only played 3 total games, so
This is true.
and if you have a tie, well, you do the math.
Dissecting the lane, gets it off. Just outside the goalie box for Pepperdine, but Pasora able to clear that time. Another ball in. Chloe Soto there again. Here comes Salvador in the midfield. Tries to put one shot on Addie Todd. Collects comfortably in front of the net.
Brain, that kind of seemed like a shot just to get a shot out there to kind of prove you could do it.
And sometimes you need that. You need the confidence to build up in your players.
Addie Todd surveys, now gets it up to Liner. Liner given a lot of responsibility over the last 2 games, gentlemen. She gets a long ball in to Greason. Not offside this time, and she's alone with it. Gets technical on her into the box and it's taken away that time.
They're going to get her for a tug in the back on Pepperdine, that being Greason committing the foul. Like you said about Liner, true freshman, the reason why she's playing is you need more height. And she gives you one of the rare characteristics, which is, at least in collegiate soccer, a tall physical player who's also really steady at the back line and can still facilitate.
That's what she called herself in her intro, 5'10". She called herself composed and aggressive.
You know, Brett, before the game, you're talking about how it looks like Pepperdine plays a 3-4-3. I can see that very clearly now with MJ Soriano kind of taking in, it's her and it's also the left back that kind of taking that also kind of attacking role that we see that makes it appear like a 3-4-3 when it is really a 4-3-3.
Torres lays it off in the midfield to Pasora. Pasora to Giametta. Missed Alana Harry on the side. She's going to try to get to her that time, but Kate Ryan was having none of it. Chloe Soto just in front of the box. Puts a shot on. Blocked that time from Quinones. And it's going to go to Leonard.
Got a little antsy there, Brett. Got a little antsy from Soto.
Torres battling. They're going to get a throw in for Pepperdine. Windy is the name of the game so far.
No place but West Texas, huh?
Beautiful sunset out
It's
here.
cool. I'd take the wind over sweating you-know-what off last Sunday.
96.
Oh, it was
Start of the
god-awful.
As here comes Kyra Murphy. Challenge that time by Giametta. Strzeski's trying to meet Stewart. It's a shove by Grayson, no call, but Medvecki will get it back on the clear.
Good no call there. She barely touched her and she went down.
Soriano gets to the far right side, over to Leonard, back to Soriano. Gonna get one deep in the midfield, and now controlled, that time by Liner. Liner will get it back to Todd. And there's that pressure again from both sides, Braden. These passes are difficult to get off.
Yeah, and you talk about Reese Liner. What a great game she had against Boise State. She's been kind of the enforcer for the Tech defense, and she's only a freshman.
Only a freshman. Leonard surveys the far right side, gets a ball in, headed that time away. Giametta fights for it. Controlled that time from Quinones. Quinones back to Pendleton. Pendleton, long ball on the other side of the field, switches the play over to Leonard. Leonard leaves it off for Stewart. Unmarked, Leonard into the box. Leaves one off, just missed Quinones that time. For an open shot, it's going to be a throw-in that time for Pepperdine.
Yeah, Pepperdine just sits there kind of ball watching almost as we have some substitutions coming in. But Brett, as you get those substitutions, she was just ball watching. That's a perfect set right there for them on the right-hand side, viewers' right-hand side, goalie's left, and just sits there. No action, no idea.
Ari Markey and Fiona McCormick coming in now for Pepperdine.
And they try to get it to Quinones. who, when you see her stat page, she's 5'3", but she's one of the most dynamic goal scorers in all of college soccer. 3 goals in 3 games, and she had 11 goals last year. There's no doubt that she's going to make an impact at some point in this game.
Throw in for the Pepperdine Waves. Danger in the box. Back heel. Controlled by Barr. She clears it away.
Yeah, another, eventually, the missed timing on passes, you have to give credit to the defense of Texas Tech and make it not as much of a, oh, they just look sloppy out there. That's the 3rd time today already. They have not been in the right place at the right time due to Tech swallowing their defense and getting in a tighter position.
Talking about Quinones, even crazier. 8 of her 9 shots so far this season on goal.
Here we go.
Strzelecki has a breakaway. She's taken down by Stewart, no call, and Pepperdine will come the other way with it.
She ran into the Pepperdine player. She wanted the call.
Giametta meets her there. Giametta clears away to midfield. Stewart gets it back. Excuse me, that's Leonard. Salvador fights with Chloe Soto. Now 2 on the ball.
There you go.
There's a foul that time. Chloe Soto relentless this so far in collecting fouls.
Tom Stone getting fired up on the sidelines there.
I think he's more fired up at his own team than he is on the calls.
He said, we're fun to watch. We want to get in your face.
He's fun to watch.
He is fun to watch.
Eleanor Hayes will get it up to Fasora. Fasora, long ball deep to Kylie Barr in the left corner. Just couldn't get to it that time. Throw in Pepperdine.
But that's what they need to keep doing. As I said earlier, when they played Cal, that's how Cal generated a lot of their chances. Now you have the win to your advantage. That's how they're going to put one in the net today.
Work wide, work wide, work wide. Tom Stone way.
Be a throw in.
Yeah, they're going to take 14 years and 2 nights and 1 minute.
Tuna.
And tuna.
And tuna. That one thrown out of bounds, so possession will go to Texas Tech this time.
He just kind of wasted a possession there.
Spent too long trying to figure out who the ball was going to go to. But give credit to the Texas Tech defense again. As Kylie Barr, again, she's going to have to go back to where she threw it initially because that ball landed out of bounds. It was good for Texas Tech. Strzelecki lays it off for Fasora. Fasora facilitating. Slide.
She nutmegged that pass, Brett.
To Alana Harry, yes, she did. Alana Harry one-on-one with Kyra Murphy. Tries to get a ball in, turn the corner on. It's going to be a goal. It's going to be, a corner for Texas Tech as Murphy hit it out.
That's your second corner of the night. None to Pepperdine, but they do have 2 considered shots on goal. Texas Tech none. Sure.
Credit to Kyra Murphy for the Pepperdine. She's a midfielder. She's playing all the way in her own corner. You talk about stamina.
You don't beat USC and Cal without great play.
Of course.
Emma Torres will be the one to get it in for Texas Tech from the near left corner. Torres, long ball deep. Soto was there, but it's kept away by Pepperdine and controlled there by Alana Harry. Up to Fasora. Fasora to the far left corner for Barr. Barr with a one-on-one situation. Tries to turn the corner on her, gets it into the goalie box. Controlled by Torres. Just off the left side of the boot. It's going to be controlled by Soto. And back to the midfield for Reese Liner, who says, I got it.
She overran it. Just caught. It was a great pass. Honestly, it looked like Torres was caught off guard the way it was kicked off her left foot.
And I believe that was Awayinka that cleared the corner right over there. That's a tough name. But she's one of the tallest ones on this team. So if it's going to be anybody, it's going to be her.
Giametta, Pepperdine just trying to keep it out of their defending half. As here comes Salvador.
That was a great defensive possession from Pepperdine, by the way.
Kyra Murphy, Texas Tech, bringing the pressure a little bit, that front 3. Now back to Medvecki.
I love how composed Pepperdine is right now. They're not letting the pressure of Texas Tech get to them. They're not letting the pressure of these fans get to them.
Why would you?
You're undefeated.
Yeah, you come in and you probably think you're the favorite.
Yeah, you draw a USC, you beat a Cal, you beat a Colgate, you can play with Samacho.
And then you have to go to Baylor, play Arizona.
Yeah, and then you play a ranked UCLA.
Yeah, it's a crazy away stretch for them.
That's going to be their test. Of course, playing Texas Tech, then you have to go play a Baylor or a UCLA.
Pepperdine thought they had something there, missed the unmarked runner into the box. So they're back. They're stuck at the midfield again. Here comes McCormick, another talented freshman for this team. Good clear that time, like he said. And Medvecki has to work again.
Yeah, Baylor's rank is going to be slightly deflated after their loss to Texas State, but Texas State is really good. So
Long ball that time, well out of bounds. Caught by Tom Stone.
Great catch.
Good catch, coach.
That's our coach.
Bring your glove to a game. Tom Stone brings his and gets the catch.
He's got meat gloves, man. He doesn't need a mitt. There's a foul that time.
I've never heard that phrase before.
Meat gloves?
Meat gloves.
Yeah.
I love that.
Caught a handball by Chloe Soto there.
Well, that'd be 2 handballs in the last 30 seconds.
Nice. MJ Soriano gets it back to Lily Stewart.
Thanks, Brett.
Little triangle action right now. A pass a little off-centered. Texas Tech shifting up a little bit. Switching the play a lot. Now the near left-hand side for Pepperdine. Foul on that one by Reese Liner, and the Texas Tech side doesn't like it.
They've gotten a lot of favorable calls. It was bound to happen that Pepperdine was going to get one.
And Liner's fiery, by the way. Liner will argue with every call. There's a photo from Seeing Scarlet, I think, where Liner just has her hands out, like in disbelief that a player's flopping on the ground.
Free kick in their attacking half for Pepperdine. It'll be Lily Stewart to trigger it in. Goes to Salvador. Salvador met by Giametta. Great clear that time. She gets it up ahead to Greason, but it's intercepted immediately at the midfield.
Sound asleep was Greason.
You know, it's rare you see something like that, especially from the sharp shooter. As McCormick will work that. Gets it in to Murphy. Murphy trying to get her way into the box, met by Giametta again that time. Back to McCormick. McCormick shovels one in, unmarked, try to get to the center of the goal. And now out again, switches the play to the right side. Long one away. Trzaskowski's there. She'd have the speed to get there. No, she doesn't. And they play it back to the midfield, just inside the attacking half.
Outstanding rotational defense right there. Put a wall where anytime there's a shot opportunity from Pepperdine.
And Trzaskowski rotates very well back into the defending role, even though she plays as a forward.
Oh, well, now she's going to get the ball here.
Inherent pass, that time from Chloe Brown. Trzaskowski gets that one taken away. And now here comes Salvador. Texas Tech has to shuffle back.
Danger.
She's trying from the corner. Addie Todd there to make the save comfortably. But
we'll take those.
It's danger until you hit it straight to the goalkeeper.
Right. Pepperdine tried to speed Tech up that time. Almost worked. But of course, the national champion in the goal box.
2-time.
2-time, that's correct.
You've had 3 total national championships in the last 2 years as your goalkeepers.
Isn't that crazy?
And it was the funny thing? Do it again.
You think she knew Tommy Castellanos?
That's a soft subject around here. Yes,
that
she probably ran into him.
Yeah, probably.
That ball was taken away by
Probably
Southern.
after they beat Bama.
Pepperdine trying to get back into their attacking half. Giametta got her ankles broken on that one, but a foul that time, and Caitlin Giametta reacting to it. Got a little handsy that time.
You're going to get in trouble for a shove/shoulder check. They're going to show the replay right here on the goal, by the way. But what I'm going to get back to, they kind of ran into each other. The problem is Giametta led into it more than the Pepperdine player did. That's why you get that call.
Chloe Brown challenged by Taylor Strzeski. Now up to Murphy on the near left side. Chloe Brown trying to put the moves on Lala Harry. She's falling for none of it. She gets one in, but that's intercepted that time by, guess who? Reese Liner. Riley Greason gets it over to Emma Torres. Now they're going to lay it back to Addie Todd.
Most underrated on-ball defender in the entire country is Alana Harry. She's been doing it for 3 straight years.
She was in the Deal Einman pose. Did you see that? The shuffle of the feet?
Yeah, she kept her in front, which is so important as a defender.
Allie Barr surveys, has open field. She's finally going to take advantage of it, get one in up into their own attacking half. Riley Greason couldn't control that one.
You saw the idea.
Some height's about to go into the game here with Story Sexton. We're also going to bring Krosniak here in a second as well.
Krosniak. And here comes Kyra Murphy working again on that left-hand side. Back to Salvador. Salvador puts the brakes on Chloe Soto that time.
Stone's upset by something, Brett.
Here comes Chloe Brown on the left side, and that's going to be your
Offsides.
hydration break. Excuse me. Yes.
Offsides,
yes,
offsides.
you're
It
right.
was very
Yes,
far
you're
out.
right.
I
You're
got
right.
you.
My fault.
No, we're not. I don't know if we're going to get one today because of the temperatures.
Yeah, you're right. Again, like we said, it's supposed to rain later today.
There's a nice little cloud
It's
right
pretty
above our
dark.
right-hand side.
Cumulonimbus.
Oh, yeah, if anyone doesn't know,
know.
Braden's in an atmospheric science lab right now, so you're going to be hearing a lot of...
Really?
Yeah, I have it scheduled, so that's the only reason why I know that.
Taylor Strzeski is able to get in her attacking half. She's going to leave it off to Fasora. Fasora facilitating over to the open side for Alana Harry. Just too long on that one. It's going to be a throw-in for Pepperdine. And we got subs like Kate said, Story Sexton, Carolina Krosniak, another one of these freshmen coming into the game.
And then a true sophomore in Sexton, if I'm not
Drini,
mistaken.
Allison Drini coming into the game.
And number 15, Sahara
And
Putty.
send Sahara Padi, who Braden said he wanted to see in this game.
Yeah, I'm stoked for some Suhana Padi. She's a young, depth midfielder.
Absolutely.
She's a freshman. She's only 5'2". We'll see if she can play well off Kyra Murphy.
This Pepperdine team is basically the WCC version of Texas Tech.
Oh, yeah.
You rely on your depth to win you games, and you have to rely on freshmen.
And you play the Pac-12 version yourselves on Sunday.
Absolutely.
I want to clarify, Sexton's senior. I said the wrong S grade.
That's all right. I forgive you.
Sophomore, senior, they roll off the tongue the same way.
Krosniak immediately coming in and putting some pressure on the midfield for Pepperdine. Throw in for the Waves.
I like that sub, Story Sexton. She's 6 foot tall. She's going to play really well with Taylor Georgetsky.
One half of the duo with Skylar Hazy.
And the one who just forced that miscue in the pass is Krosniak. She got the start in the exhibition against New Mexico. She's been terrific as well. I mean, Tom Stone spoke about this freshman class, Brett, and said it's exceptional. You're seeing the reason why it was considered that.
And when you play high school soccer in the Woodlands in the Houston area, you're going to be a phenomenal player.
Krosniak described herself in one word. She said competitive. And you can see with some of the pressure she's putting on the Wave offense right now. Texas Tech trying to get into their working half. That one long, right into the foot of McCormick.
They're trying to get it to Zerjetsky, by the way.
Padi has nowhere to go. Now challenged that time by Chloe Soto, and that's a veteran play right there from Soto, getting it off of the leg of Padi. It's going to be a throw-in for Texas Tech. Inexperienced that time from Padi.
Tech in the last, 12 minutes, 13 minutes we call it, has not really shown much pressure in the scoring half of the game.
Zerjetsky, the ball stayed on her head for a second, little balancing act, but she's going to get it to Fasora in the midfield. There's it back to Eleanor Hayes, excuse me.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That was crazy.
So. Did she mean to do that? Of
course.
Taylor Zerjetsky, of course she meant to do it. Long ball that time from Barr to Torres, tries to chase it down, she does. Beat off the line, now challenged by 2. Takes a dive, and they're going to call a foul. That's going to be considered a foul.
You drew the contact, but you also seeked out the contact. It's in Tech's favor, so obviously we're going to be slightly excited for that. But if you want a fair called game,
for what's been considered a foul so far in this game.
And watch Story Sexton here. She just came on the field. She's one of the tallest ones out here.
You have all 3 tallest players on the roster all right next to each other. And then Kylie Barr is also not short at all. So
both of your only goal scorers in this game are in the game right now. As Torres will trigger it in. 5 in the box. Long ball in. That's, like you said, Reyes Liner that time. Well over the side of the goal. Goalie kick for Pepperdine.
It's a good set piece. You found the head of somebody.
That one long away. Eleanor Hayes is going to get back to her goalie.
They've just struggled this year on headers all throughout the season. The Hawaii stuff was one you were in downpour rain, but the first one, Sexton had to hit something in the top corner. The header's just not been there for the Red Raiders this year.
That one misplayed by Fasora, and now 2-on-3. The backline recovers into the very corner of the box. Kept out, but it's going to be a goal kick, corner kick, excuse me, for the Waves. Dangerous pass that time from Fasora, got away from her.
And Eleanor Hayes just gets in front of that pass. You cannot let that ball go to the center of the box, because that's almost certainly a goal for Pepperdine.
And you got to think of the hustle by Fasora. You can put your head down and say, oh, I screwed up the pass, someone else got me. No, she ran back in there and played and helped rotate like you just said with Hayes. So Abby Sign's going to be able to come in here, Brett, which has been routine so far. Look, almost here at the end of the first half. Under the 10, Sign's going to come in.
The influencer.
9.5 left as the corner kick is triggered in. Controlled. It's going to go wide to the other side. Give up on it. Throw in for Texas Tech near the corner.
No, now here we go.
Flag is going to agree with Texas Tech.
For 1 second, they thought maybe it's going to be Pepperdine ball. I don't know how that happened. Oh, that was the weakest sounding air horn of all time. We're going to have 2 subs here,
Mia Wiley and Abby signed the game.
Wiley's first action makes sense, like Braden was talking about earlier, trying to get some legs after playing a bunch of people. Torres getting the break, and so is Alana Harry. That makes sense. Substitute defense and substitute midfield.
And Mia Wiley, 55 high school goals and 44 assists. She's a freshman.
Oh, part of that great freshman class, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Played with Emma Torres as well. Gets deflected into Trajewski. She's going to get it back to Liner. Liner up to Addie Todd. Todd sees Eleanor Hayes. Texas Tech got to get something going here. Met in her box. Spin on her, and it's met up by Story Sexton just outside the Texas Tech attacking half, and there goes
Wiley.
Wiley, thank you. Can't see the number from here.
I got you.
It's taken away, and Sahana Potty has it getting inside the Pepperdine attacking third. Potty met by 2. That one just long again.
And that was Emma Fasora that had it swiped from her. When you're playing kind of that midfield role, yes, she's a defender, but she rotated in the midfield. You have to be scanning.
Millie Elwood about to check in for Texas Tech. Started the first 3.
It's going to be for Fasora. I'm not shocked by that at all. Fasora's kind of last couple minutes here, Braden. Some mental errors, which is going to come with fatigue, and that should not display of how well she's played this season so far. She's been excellent in orchestrating the offense from the midfield.
You're just joining us. Texas Tech started this game on fire in the attacking half. Since then, stalemate with 7:30 to go. 0-0 so far in the first half.
Usually Texas Tech's the team to do the feeler role, but Pepperdine's done that today, and so far it's playing back in their favor because it's really been on their side of the half since that hot start like you talked about, Brett.
Survive the initial onslaught and play your game for the rest of it. Long ball deep. Does Story Sexton have the speed? She does not. Kicked out by MJ Soriano, throw in for Texas Tech.
I wonder, Braden, if having so many offsides early kind of reset the aggressiveness on the offense, because you saw 3 quick ones.
Yeah, it's about timing. It's about being smart. I'm interested to see how that plays in after halftime.
Header out of the box by Strzeski. Millie Elwood collects. Had Abby Sign, gets her now. Contested by Sahana Potty. Gets past her that time. Gonna try to get one into the goalie box. Great defense that time from Potty, but a corner kick for Texas Tech.
Good move there from Sign to try to turn the corner, but like you just said, Potty got there. Mano y mano. I'm going to get a corner kick, though, and that's hitting your quota. It's going to be number 4 if the board is delayed.
Red Raider corner kick.
From the intercom, Red Raider corner kick. Mia Wiley, in her first appearance of the regular season, will be the one to trigger it in for the Red Raiders. Ball deep into the zone. Control by Millie Elwood. Can't get hold of the touch that time. Sahana Potty's off to the races. Beats Elwood. And Elwood, they get a little handsy that time. Gonna call a little hold on her. But Pepperdine will retain possession.
Pepperdine's going to play their pace. It's been really slow. And then they like to lollygag. They're doing what Tech did last year a lot. Pass the ball, be methodical, and then the moment you see your seam, hit it and rip it open.
Almost like parking the bus.
Yes.
If we talk in European, I guess it wouldn't really be European terms, but
it's pretty global now.
Especially after the World Cup.
Yeah, growth of the game. Story Sexton gets it to Chloe Soto. Soto pushed off her line. That one's to Millie Elwood, but now it's collected by Abby Sign. She's trying to get off and running. That one a long ball in. Krosniak's getting in there, into the box.
Oh,
just
great
missed Strzeski that time, like you said. Great defense that time. Leaves it off for Abby Sign, missed her that time. She's got to clear it away. Has open field a little bit, trying to get it up. Taken away at the midfield line by Reese Liner. Abby Sign challenges off the foot of a Pepperdine player, but it's going to belong to the Waves.
Either Sign overran it, and I think when she tried to get back, they got tangled slightly. That's why she couldn't recover as quick. But
and these outside backs and outside midfielders for Pepperdine are doing a great job of getting back into position. We've seen that time and again.
Long header that time by Abby Sign on the throw-in. It's going to belong to Carolina Krosniak, and she's just going to keep it inside and clear. Strzeski's trying to get to her. You hear the fans below us yelling, run.
It's usually what they do in soccer.
The passion.
Die for the badge.
Exactly, exactly.
Got some Mortal Kombat action to finish her. And Soriano will take it out, and she's off and running.
Keep in mind, folks, there's no field mic today.
Open field for Soriano initially. Goes through the back of the line. No one was expecting that pass as Abby Sign is going to just get it to, now she's going to keep it.
I feel like there's been a commonality so far, not expecting the pass for Pepperdine. They've been really good at passing it, just not understanding where they're supposed to be at.
Good touch that time, but again, it's Sahana Potty putting the pressure on her. Freshman versus freshman. She's feisty.
She is feisty.
You got to be when you're half the size of the person you're trying to defend.
27, Maddie Neves.
Yeah,
Maddie
only
Neves.
5'2", but she doesn't play like she's 5'2".
Exactly. Maddie Neves coming in for Texas Tech.
Oh.
Who will she be replacing?
Now they're going to allow it.
Taylor Strzeski coming off.
That makes sense. You got 3 minutes. Give her a breather. Let her reset going into half. Don't mind the voice card.
Chloe Soto, played in midfield, leaves it off. Can't see the number from here, but it's long. Played off of the foot of a Pepperdine player on the far left. Back to midfield. Millie Elwood has open field, excuse me.
No, I feel like they're setting up for one final go
Nice
at
push,
it.
yeah.
Yes.
Abby Sign working the right side near us. That one's intercepted that time. Kept in, but Abby Sign gets it out. Throw in from Pepperdine. Good play that time from Kyra Murphy.
Passing has not been good so far from Sign.
When you're two defensive teams, you want the game to look ugly.
And I'm interested to see what the possession stat is and how much of this play has been in contest.
Addie Todd will get the ball kicked back to her, and they're going to reset Texas Tech with 2:40 left in the first half. Stalemate, like we've said.
Which doesn't bode well in the early stats of the season for the Red Raiders. They have one time they were tied at half. They ended that game in a tie.
Abby Sign lost control. That's going to be a foul for the former BYU Cougar.
Stone doesn't like that. I'm going to agree slightly. I don't think there's an extension on the push, but you put your hands on your back, Braden.
And that's a mental lapse. You know, she lost the ball. She wants to win it back. You're going to get a little bit more aggressive, but you have to stay composed. If you're Abby Stein, you have to stay composed.
Tom Stone giving some charades with the ref that time, saying, she stayed vertical. There's nothing going on.
He's getting a yellow by the end of the night.
Oh, Tom Stone. Must be a day that ends in Y. Pendleton will trigger it in. Long ball. It's on target. An
Oh
own goal!
No. Oh. No. No.
What, did it hit the top of
Hit
the
the top
crossbar?
and came right back. It didn't pass it at all.
For a ball to be considered a goal, it has to go in the entirety of the ball.
We're gonna
has
get
to
a
go in.
review.
Have
We're gonna get a review.
Do we have goal line technology?
No, but we got cameras.
We have cameras.
Disaster, potential disaster for Texas Tech.
Hold your horses. We got a minute 40 left. This could change everything.
That would be the first goal against the Red Raiders. And you know, Abby Stein said this herself. She said no one was going to score in our back line except for us.
Your own back line's the only one that can score, and you possibly.
She was right. Oh, my goodness.
She knew something we didn't. Let's be honest.
While this happens, I'm going to see if I can find if they don't put it up on the video board, I'm going to see if I can find it on my phone real quick. So y'all keep yapping. I'm going to try to get us something.
Was that Reese Liner with the header?
I believe it was.
No, I think it was Hayes.
Eleanor Hayes.
I think it was Hayes.
Cameraman
'cause
telling
Hayes
us-
has been in the center today.
Cameraman telling us from the
Oh, wait,
initial
here, I'll watch
replay,
right here.
He says it wasn't through. But it's surrender Cobra. It doesn't look good.
I'm trying to watch it for y'all. The problem is the angle they're using. The problem is the angle they're using, you can't tell direct side because remember it has to barely go through.
Oh,
Okay, cameraman's going to tell us. We're going to kind of wait as we get some.
it has to be indisputable.
Yes.
You can't give them a
Well,
goal.
For the first time this year, I get to explain video replay
It's
rules.
insane.
The ruling on the field has to be conclusive, like has to be overturned, has to be conclusive evidence on the goal. We're having a quick review. Here
Very
comes the
quick.
call, Brett.
No goal.
Yeah, so the thing is, it has to, like Brayden, you just said, has to be conclusive. The angles they have, they can't tell because remember, they don't have the technology in the ball to see if it goes through or not. You have to go with on the field.
And that technology has changed the game. We saw it in the World Cup.
For better or worse,
For better
however
or
you
worse.
take it.
There are chips in the balls now that dictate exactly when that ball is touched and if you're onside and if you're not. That comes into play. We don't have chips in the ball, I can't imagine, but
No.
Premier League, professional leagues, yes, they do.
Well,
The hydration break just broke in as a
Well,
mainstream thing.
Braden, you know, Reese Liner, you talk about she almost had her first collegiate goal on the other end. She almost had her first on that one end as well.
I think I'd rather score on that goal.
Now I have a question. Would you count that as your own goal? Like, would you count that as a goal for yourself in your career?
I'm trying to forget that.
I don't think
if
she'd
that
want
happens.
to.
In front of this many people.
Millie Elwood controls that one, pinched to the midfield. Good touch that time in the back heel. That one played up, and Addie Todd says, I got it. Kicks it long away. That one, old Knuckler, dribbles off the side, and it's controlled that time from Mia Wiley.
It's just survived this final minute if you're Texas Tech. You're flustered, and you're kind of all over the place.
And even though that wasn't a goal, it kind of changes your whole perspective. They just had a great chance. Need to stay composed. Need to get your bearings back.
1 minute
Wiley, 1 minute left in the first half.
Did they have a great chance, or did Texas Tech screw up?
Texas Tech's for
if
them.
it goes in the net, it's a great
No,
chance.
no, I just want to get a clarification on that.
That's what you get for getting the ball in your final third.
Great touch that time from Story Sexton. Tries to turn the corner. Collected by Maddie Neves. Neves plays it in. Controlled that time. Back heel. Tried to get nifty with it. And Abby Sign collects. Sign gets it back to Miliello, who calls for it on the attacking third.
Down to 33 seconds here.
Chloe Soto plays it to the other side for Kylie Barr. Played the entirety of the first half so far. Pushed off the line. Great job there
Great box out.
by Salvador. Out of bounds. Going to belong to the Pepperdine Waves with 19 seconds.
They're going to try to go as quick as possible here. This is the last chance for their offense unless you get a crazy break in coverage. I think they're going to ride it out.
10,
Dramatics
9,
early.
8,
That gets
Oh,
me
yeah,
excited
yeah.
for second half.
6, 5,
Throw in.
4,
Barr
3,
heads it out.
2,
And that's going to do
1.
it for the first half. A late scare. Sees Reese Liner almost OG. It's called no goal. Texas Tech and Pepperdine will go into the locker room tied, nothing. Wow. Again, like we just said, Abby Sign, she told us personally, no one's going to score on our back line except for ourselves, and she was almost right. Jim, what do we think of this first half?
I'm kind of lost for words. I missed the entire pregame show, so I want to point that out.
You brought up a lot of what we talked about.
Yeah, okay, good.
It was entertaining.
I had ideas of what y'all were talking about, but so far Pepperdine looks as advertised. They're stingy. I think it's the best way of putting it. Is Brett just lost a bunch of peanut M&Ms on the ground?
Lost one.
Oh, okay, only one. That's Fate of Humanity is okay. Other than that, Texas Tech, I love the game plan in the first half. I hate after that. You then played Pepperdine's game. When you play Pepperdine's game, you don't come out with a win.
Right, and I want to point out two players for Pepperdine. It's going to be Kyra Murphy and Suhanna Potty. Kyra Murphy, she's been able to get from one end of the field to the other very effectively, and it looks like she isn't even tired. That has kept Pepperdine in this game. And Suhanna Potty, she's only 5'2", we've said that. But she is playing so aggressively, she's not letting her short stature get the better of her.
Sorry, excuse me. No, absolutely.
Caught Brett on his early break.
With Boise State, you were able to take advantage of the gaps they were giving you because that's just how the lineup worked. When you're playing that sub 4-3-4, 4-3-3, you're gonna get a better chance to recover. However, there's a bigger chance for error. Pepperdine knew what they were going to do going into this game, and they almost made Tech pay.
Yeah, and that's what they want to do. This is a Pepperdine team that you cannot overlook. Tom Stone dubbed this the best team that they have played. So I don't want you to think that Pepperdine's a pushover team. This is a team that can compete with some of the best schools in the nation.
Well, we have a energetic second half to look forward to.
We need a chance to recover.
Yeah, after the near disaster at the end of the half. We're going to send y'all back to the station. Camilla's holding us down in the booth. She's going to play us some nice music, and we'll be back here in a little bit. Thank you. Working 9 to 5. That's what that first half felt like for both Pepperdine and Texas Tech. Welcome back to Texas Tech Soccer on KTXT 88.1 and on YouTube. Joined by my co-hosts Braden Larson and Cade Welty. I'm Brett Ramirez. We got the second half about to get underway. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Camilo Hernandez holding it down in the booth.
Absolutely killing it, by the way.
Heard she was playing some good music at halftime as well.
She had some, I don't know how to pronounce it officially.
House?
No. Is it Laffy? Lefe? Leve. Playing some of that. We had Panic at the Disco. We had a song, we had a rave going. Camilo was throwing down. Talking about throwing down, there's a lot of fouls and a lot of contact in this first half, which we kind of lead into here. Brett, we'll give you kind of a second to take a more rest for your voice, because Brett did a great job of that first half. Braden, from pregame to first half to now, what has changed for Texas Tech or Pepperdine? You can take which either route, and what have you been right of or felt right, like has gone the way?
I think Texas Tech started off very strong. They were playing their game. They were connecting passes. The through ball was working very well. Even though they didn't score, they were creating those chances. That's what you want to see. However, as we got into that later, into that first half, they started to play more of Pepperdine's game. That's what it seemed like to me. Pepperdine was being very physical. They were making smart fouls. Of course, Grant McCaslin is in attendance. But I want to see Texas Tech start how they did in the first half. Start playing your game. You're the better team here. You're ranked. Pepperdine isn't ranked. Yes, Pepperdine is not a team to be played with, but you're the better team here, and start playing like it.
Pepperdine likes to kind of play. The way I can describe their play to a Big 12 opponent is very similar to Kansas of last year, who was solid, or Arizona State. Here's an even better one, Arizona State. Arizona State got Texas Tech uncomfortable. They dropped that game in Tempe because they did what Pepperdine did. They played slow, and the moment a sliver opened up, Brett, a sliver opened up, they went all guns a-blazing, and Tech was on their back heels, which Braden has described today. If you're on your back heels, what usually happens?
You're going to give something up. We saw at the end of the half with a header that almost went in that own goal. That's the biggest chance for Pepperdine. That's probably the biggest chance of the whole game, and it came off a Texas Tech lapse in defense.
Grant McCaslin and co., their motto is toughest team wins.
Alvarez is going to come in to start this second half. That's your only other change from the group that we had on the field before the end of the half is your jet ski as well, which is just given, and Torres back in the lineup. Sign stays out there as well. So, Brett, we're seeing very similar style of managing to the Boise State game.
Let's see if Texas Tech soccer can make that a part of today's game. It's going to belong to Pepperdine, to open this second half. Now, Tom Stone, known to make adjustments at a very high rate.
And right before we get things rolling, I want to point out the wind has now moved towards goal side for the Red Raiders. Has moved towards goal side, which is now the left-hand side of our box.
So Texas Tech playing to the right, Texas Tech defending to the right, Pepperdine defending to the left, and it's going to start here with Millie Elwood getting one long to the far right side.
I want to point out something, the Elwood and Torres combination, they played down in Austin with each other in Pro League for the entire summer to keep sharp. So that's some continuity we get to see here now translated back to Texas Tech.
Wiley will control it. She's starting for the second half.
She was great in that final 8.
And if I'm Tim Warren at Pepperdine, I want to see Julia Quinones get more involved. She's going to be the one that scores a goal in this game, and she has to get more involved.
That one's going to go out of bounds, belong to Texas Tech. And I like that you mentioned that, too. You look at Campbell last time for Boise State. The freshman had 2 goals in the first 3 games for Boise. You look at Quinones, they're out of the game. Texas Tech has taken the star players out of the game. Now you got to take care of the rest of the team, obviously. But
nobody can hear you yell in space, and that's what happens to the star players of opponents when they play Tech.
Good contest that time from Torres. She's going to win a throw-in for Texas Tech just inside their attacking half.
Got to say, the fans did pretty well at learning it was a red out, like Brett said in the pregame show. I did not.
I'm wearing, like, pink.
I'm going to give you credit for a red out.
It's like salmonish.
It's a salmon.
Salmon's a pink and red. I mean, it depends what Crayola.
It's like a shade, yeah.
It's a shade because Crayola probably categorizes it at that.
Kylie Barr, get that one in the midfield, met by 2 immediately. It was Millie Elwood. That one long. Texas Tech out of sorts in these passes so far.
No, Braden said don't play Pepperdine's game, and they came out playing Pepperdine's game.
Yep. How can they adjust, though?
Alvarez trying to get that one to the midfield. Now it's out. Kylie Barr will kick it out. Belongs to Pepperdine.
By being aggressive like Barr was, attacking the ball, don't let Pepperdine get into those sets that they like to get in. That kind of triangle offense almost.
And there's no questions about the capability of Texas Tech defense. They're not going to let up a goal unless there's some major mental lapse.
High, clear that time from Barr. Going to find the foot of Alvarez, who Kate said was starting this first half. Into the foot, that time, of the All-American Peyton Leonard. It's going to belong to Texas Tech right in front of their own bench.
I don't hate it. Stone needed something to interject some life because that end of half was almost as bad as it could get. That's kicked out of the ball.
That's a home run that time from
that
almost
went to the inner middle field.
Just might be in the frat house.
It's going to be a throw-in, deep corner for Texas Tech. Not quite a corner kick. Kylie Barr will get it in. Taylor Strzelecki back to start this second half. Gave her 3 minutes of rest in that first one.
Needed all those 3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Wood gets it back out to Eleanor Hayes. Eleanor Hayes now to the midfield. To Liner. Liner surveys, gets it in. Unmarked in the corner was Abby Sign. She's not going to get there. Out of bounds to Pepperdine.
We saw that a lot in the first half. The ball that just had a little bit too much weight on it. It can work. That's how you're going to get the ball in the back of the net. I've said that. But can they execute?
It worked for them against Boise State, mainly with just your jet ski and Greason. But so far today, it hasn't worked. Eventually, Brett, when do you change that? When do you go away from it?
You know better than anyone, Kate. Tom Stone is one of the most stubborn son of a guns in college soccer. He's going to stay with it if he wants it to work.
I mean, he's a winner for a reason. Just my job to bring up the questions.
Yeah, for sure. That one juggled a little bit between a Red Raider and a Pepperdine Wave, and it's controlled by the Waves. Far right midfield. That one picked up by Millie Elwood, and she's going to take it back out to Eleanor Hayes.
Both teams kind of left off where they ended the first half at. Very chaotic, sporadic, not put together. Kind of like me for an 8 a.m.
And I didn't want to see that out of Tech. I wanted to see them more composed.
That pass gets away from Pepperdine that time, and Kylie Barr's working that near left corner. Barr between two, gets it into the box. Greason tries to deliver a shot, blocked right at the apex that time for Pepperdine. Abby Sign wins the ball, being cleared away that time, and she's going to get into the box. Abby Sign trying to make a look. That one cleared away out of bounds for a corner for Texas Tech.
It's going to go to Sign for the credit, but Alvarez does a great charge to move her defenders and. Sorry, now she was defended. To move her player away, so then Sign had a free running lane to go and steal it.
It looked like she was just boxing out her defender. And I also want to point out Riley Greason on that run she made. She adjusted that run very well. It's almost like she's tall as Tom Stone directing her into the space.
That's an underrated part of Stone's game is how vocal he is, and that's why he loves Todd so much as well, because Todd's a very similar goalkeeper in terms of how vocal she is. As by the way, I think it's a blood moon tonight.
Launch into the box, reached Liner, tried to get there, took out the goalie, collected by Strzelecki, met by 3. The ball is free, cleared away by Pepperdine. Wow. Out of bounds on the near left midfield.
What I should have pointed out is it is a full moon. It might be a blood moon, so that's why we've seen some strange things already. And a fan wants them to go, Brad.
Well, as Braden said, when you have a pressing line, it's kind of hard to go.
It is.
Put that on a shirt.
Eleanor Hayes, long ball deep to Strzelecki, just over her head. Out of bounds goalie kick for Medvecki and the Waves. 39-14 left here in the second half.
For Texas Tech to unlock their offense to their fullest potential, Hayes has to be a tiny bit better. The back line entirely, but Hayes is the one who primarily does it, so I'm going to use her as an example, needs to be better at executing those long through passes. Like Braden said earlier, they're just a bit too far out front. Another case of it there.
And that's the key to the game. And now my question is, who's going to step up? Boise State, it was Taylor Strzelecki. Who's it going to be? If Taylor Strzelecki's not going to step up, which he's played a great game, don't get me wrong, but who's going to step up in this case?
Needs to be number 2.
I'm right there with you. Pepperdine trying to get it up the field, but Texas Tech applying some pressure so far. Kylie Barr just comes in and barges in and steals it. He's going to get it to safety up to Alvarez.
Oh, fancy footwork there.
Alvarez gets between two. Taken away that time. Lead by Leonard. Nice passing up the field. And now Pepperdine will get into their attacking half a little bit. delivers a pass in the midfield, can challenge by Elwood. That's a foul.
They played advantage there. I think it's the right call. It's a little ticky-tack, but we've gotten to the point of this game, Braden, where almost anything contact-wise needs to be given out.
And I want to give credit to Abby Sine. She's not going to let them play fast off this free kick. She wanted to get there, disrupt the timing, make sure that everybody has a setup, especially her defense.
As Brett once said, plays that don't show up on the sheet.
Nice ball in, headed away. That time from the Texas Tech back line.
That time the ball went forward.
Greason tries to turn the corner on her. We'll leave it back out. Cannot see the number from here. They're going to play it back to Addie Todd, so it doesn't even matter.
I think it's Alana Harry, but I'll get it back to you in a second.
Addie Todd gets up the left side to Eleanor Hayes. Eleanor Hayes steadies the ball, touches it up. Barr, she going to get there? Far corner. Can't save it, and that's the win coming back. Just too long again.
Correction, it's Torres. Emma Torres, number 10.
I think that's a great ball from Eleanor Hayes. You know, maybe an Abby Sine gets there, maybe somebody a little bit more faster, but you have to understand that these ladies are tired. Yes, they just came off of halftime, but they have played just about 60 minutes here.
And they don't even have a week's worth of rest, which is pretty common in non-conference, but once you get into conference play, that kind of goes away. That's more of a luxury than anything.
Got a Pepperdine wave on the ground, a little bit in some pain. Centering pass taken away that time by Wiley up to Elwood. Elwood, great touch, gets it back to Sine, and they're going to reset on the back line. Back to Addie Todd. Addie Todd sees Eleanor Hayes.
Much better passing tonight from Todd, by the way. Need to highlight that.
A lot of punts in that game against Boise State for sure. Elwood gets to the other side to Abby Sine.
And you know, punts is a nice way of putting it.
And I love the aggressiveness of Lauren Alvarez there. She came with a hard tackle, again, disrupting the play for Pepperdine, not letting them be comfortable on the ball.
These freshmen doing business, and Kylie Barr's going to give up on that one. Out of bounds again, another long pass to the left side of the corner.
Stone's not happy with it at all. Rightfully so. You're in your head now when it comes to passing. You're trying to do the perfect pass instead of just moving the ball.
Trigger it in. It's going to go to Ari Markey, number 7 in white. Two-man game. She's going to take it out the field. Ari Markey challenged by 2. A little technique action. We're walking that midfield line up to Salvador. Salvador gets it over to the far left line.
Great footwork by Ariana Markey there.
Faked the pass back.
They had no idea what to do with the ball. And
yeah.
It might work out in their favor here, Brett.
Open field, no one to challenge her. Now they converge. That's a takedown near the goalie box, and that's going to be a foul.
I'm going to be honest. You were lazy. You were just lazy. We saw it actually in inverse case against Boise State. They let Hayes walk, backline defender, walk the ball all the way up. We apologize for the swearing that coming from the home fans, if you can hear that. We apologize for those words.
Lets you know how they feel about them.
But you know, there's something called, I think they call it like a bullish. But
bullish? Yes,
bullish.
I believe so.
But what I was saying, going back to my thought before we got cut off there, is you can't let someone just walk into almost to the goalie box. You can't let someone just walk in uncontested and then, oh crap, do that.
And she got beat. Eleanor Hayes got beat. It's a correct call here. And a very threatening free kick.
Dangerous free kick position just on the outside, the inside of the circle in the goal box. Oh, I apologize. They can't see you. I'm sorry. You want to see Caden Braden's beautiful face. You don't want to see me. You don't want to see the salmon shirt. Here comes Pepperdine. Decoy, long and high. Goalie kick Texas Tech.
It's a wasted opportunity. I mean, you could view it on either side. It's a wasted opportunity for Pepperdine. It's a great defensive stand if you're Texas Tech.
And you saw what she was trying to do. She's right-footed. She had that kind of outward curve going in towards the left side of the net. If she gets that down, that's a great goal.
Disgusting looks that time from Eleanor Hayes. Pulled the chair on her defender. Texas Tech still stuck in there defending third.
I kind of want to point out, I know Fasora is a little all over the place in part of this game. Fasora and Giametta were much better at controlling the ball and getting it out there. Since their departure, the Tech offense has not ran well.
Abby Sine tried to give chase, unmarked, left her just a little long. And now I believe Salvador will control it, now gets it back out. Salvador threatening that left corner, plays it in. And that's going to be headed just wide. Controlled that time by Abby Stein. She's going to keep it in. Get it up. Good control that time. Fans want a foul. And now here comes Riley Greason streaking up the field.
Oh, Elwood did not run with her.
Miscommunication once again for Texas Tech.
Yeah, if you're Elwood, you want to be running with her. Riley Greason does a great job of beating one defender. You know, she's probably not going to be able to beat two. So if I'm Elwood, I'm running with her. I'm going to make a through run.
Todd just kind of waved the hands, the universal sign of calm down, settle down.
Trust your teammate. Run with her. Trust your teammate. Riley Greason, she's known as sharpshooter. That doesn't mean she's going to take every shot. As here comes Eleanor Hayes. Hayes plays it up. Controlled that time from Alvarez. Alvarez to the midfield left side for Barr. Barr plays it up.
It's too far, unless she
Riley
gets there.
Greason going to get there. She's going to keep it in. It's headed out and it's kicked out for a corner for Texas Tech.
That's a fantastic ball play there, Braden.
And it's like the deja vu effect. We keep seeing the same tactic over and over again. And they win a corner. Now can they execute?
Remember when I said they got to their quota, and that was like with 15 minutes left in the first half? You're at 5 now. And it was almost 30 minutes of total play on game clock-wise.
Emma Torres
between corners
will be the one to take the corner for Texas Tech.
Virtually everybody in the box for Tech here.
Texas Tech down 3-1 in terms of shots on goal.
I think here you need to send it straight to that gaggle here.
Long one here. Reese Liner just wide. It's going to fall out of bounds. Goalie kick. No, they're going to save.
No, it was off ahead of a
Texas
Pepperdine
Tech
play. I like that better than trying to get fancy with an out wide thing. Pepperdine's great defending out wide. Make the chaos in the middle.
Use your height to your advantage here. Reese Liner, very tall. Skylar Haas, very tall. Let's use your height to your advantage here.
Taylor Szajewski,
very tall.
Going to reset Torres. Another long one. That one headed into the box.
Oh.
This little sitter in front. Headed away. Greason misses the header on that one. Greason leaves it off for Torres. Torres, nice touch to control in the left corner.
Oh
Nutmegs her
my.
defender. Plays it in. Controlled by
Z was a second late to getting something there. Another game or a sitter, like you like to say, Brett, right in front of the Red Raiders, and they haven't been able to execute. I've counted 4 in the last 2 games where the ball's just out in front of them and they panicked.
The offense has been the early struggle for Texas Tech in this early season.
That's not really a shock anymore. They're a second half offensive team, but eventually it's going to bite you, and it did last year.
Because the question is, you concede a goal. Can you score 2 goals to make up for that?
A little back and forth action as Pepperdine trying to look for an opening to get upfield.
Also, if you're a defensive team like Tech, you pride yourself on defense. Playing with a lead is better than playing with a tie.
Emma Torres won the battle that time one-on-one, was pushed down, called a foul, and that's, Kate, you've been adamant about Emma Torres. She's one of the best one-on-one defenders in college soccer.
And she's one of the best she's just really good.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
She can play two types of positions, by the way, in terms of her role. She's a player you need to unlock this offense. It's just you have to trust her. And so far today, we haven't seen the teammates trust each other as much in the past.
We compared the Boise State game to Utah State of last year when everything was just awkward. And nothing has really changed between last year.
You know the first day of school when you don't know anybody in your class, you all kind of look at each other funky? This is how I can describe the offense tonight.
Long one into Liner. That one kept out and cleared away inside the goalie box. 1 touch, 2 touch, and that one is controlled by Medvecki.
That fan made me laugh.
Want to see something? Well, they're trying. I don't think you know how soccer works. You can't just get
Well, no,
a
they are
bicycle.
seeing something. There's 2 teams playing.
You're right. Not everyone on the pitch is Erling Haaland. You're not going to see a bicycle.
And if you want to see something, click KTXT SS Sports at the end, and we have a camera on our YouTube stream. So if you want to see what the beautiful commentators look like as the audio is playing, go ahead and do that. If you don't, listen live on 88.1 local FM radio. Thank you, Camilla, for holding it down there. Or on any streaming platform that carries our station besides TuneIn. We are no longer on TuneIn Radio. Back to you, Brett.
Kate Ryan coming in for Ari Markey. And that battle was won that time by Millie Elwood to the midfield.
She's been really strong today.
Mia Wiley getting some extended minutes in this game. For her first appearance, Greason puts the brakes on her, puts a shot on just wide. A screamer from just inside the third.
Brayden, if that turns the proper way, I think you see the goose egg gone.
It looked a little bit like it had a little bit of knuckle on it. That was a.
It knuckled outward, yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah Spears.
If you don't understand how much velocity soccer players kick the ball with, that's giving you a bloody
Yeah,
nose.
when you play
That's
kickball and you're like, oh, I kind of kicked that hard. Yeah, triple that.
It's breaking your nose every time.
And I'm going to credit Addie Todd. We don't understand how hard these girls are kicking the ball. And Addie Todd had 3 straight clean sheets and hasn't conceded yet today.
And it also goes to her communication, her back line.
course.
They're always set because she's yelling. We have our headsets on, but when they're off and it's quiet in the crowd, you can hear Todd screaming at her team.
Only kick 1 that time from Pepperdine. Cleared away that time from Kylie Barr. And Pepperdine gets it right back, working that far left midfield.
And that's part of the game that I think is forgotten by the casual fan is it's communicating. It's constant talking between both teams.
You hear it gets quiet. There's only one voice really yelling. The keeper in black.
And one played in the corner, played in, kept out by Reese Liner. Control, tried to get a shot into the net, into the goal box. Leaves it off, defended by 2, and then cleared away.
Solid clear.
I think Tech is playing a little bit too direct right now. It looks like they're in a very attacking mindset, which, yes, they need to score, but you can also be composed on the ball. You can play it back to your keeper if you're not liking what you're seeing.
Sarah Spears trying to get it in that time. Working the corner. Reese Liner almost gave the entire soccer complex a scare again. That one lifted into the box again, headed out, and then cleared again by Emma Torres. So Pepperdine threatening once again.
I had a PTSD moment right there. That's a fantastic header by Liner to take the pressure off Todd. The problem is last time we saw that happen, we probably should have saw a goal.
The angle for us is unforgiving. Reese Liner, another header, gets it to the midfield. Now Pepperdine will have to work a little backwards.
There's a photo on our Twitter from what it looks like what we see.
Unmarked down the right side is McCormick. They're not going to get it to her, though. Trying to get another clear as Texas Tech, and they will back to the midfield line. And now Pepperdine will have to go back to Medvecki.
Want to see them pressure the keeper there. Don't give her so much time, but at least your back line is given an opportunity to reset.
They're looking a little gassed.
They are. And you have a long ways to go.
Giametta is going to be the next sub in here, getting directions from her assistant coach. Great save from Todd. Sorry to cut you off, Brett.
Addie Todd didn't want anything to formulate getting into the goalie box. Called the play dead. Addie Todd with a long ball to the midfield, but right to a Pepperdine wave. Billy Elwood tries to win that one, but it's going to fly clear for Emma Torres, who gets it off the field.
Like you said, Braden, they've yet to try to recycle the ball from that side of the field.
Yeah, that's something I want to see them do if they want to be successful. Now it seems like they're kind of playing kickball as they try to find Taylor Jajeski.
Ahead of that time from Z. Fortunately for Tech is going to be well out of bounds.
It worked.
Another caught ball by an audience member.
Bring your glove to a game.
Match for the Red Raiders, number 33.
Okay, I like this substitution. Giametta's so efficient at finding the ball in the right place as a facilitator. Wiley played great, but you need Giametta in there. Remember, about over a year and a half ago at this point, her and Blackburn ran the best 2-man game in the entire country. And that's how they were able to score so efficiently. You miss that now.
Just over 20 minutes into this second half.
Oh
Jajeski tries to get one in. Clear it away. Is it going to go out of bounds? It's not. It's going to be collected that time by Abby Sign. Sign is fouled. There's going to be a no call.
Torres, it's Torres.
Torres keeps fighting for it. Finally, they have to call it dead. Bodies falling all over each other. Looks like Jenga out there.
It was Sign and Torres. Both of them at one point met at the same spot.
And way to stay with it. They did not give up there. And we saw that with Abby Sign against Boise State. She's not going to quit. Yes, she might be a little short. She's 5'4", but she's not going to quit.
Can't just wait for a call to come to you, especially in a game like this.
They just showed the replay. Torres sticks her leg in wall, arguing with the ref to steal the ball out. Bulldog.
And now Emma Torres will have a free kick on the right side.
Whole crowd is standing up on the left-hand side.
Here comes the kick from Torres. Decoy, open shot for
Oh my God.
Well high. Over the back of the net that time. Rare air for Millie Elwood.
You can't have that. And usually when you sky one like that, it's because you're leaning a little bit back. You want to get over the ball. That keeps it down.
I support every player on this team. But Elwood last year had the same issue, which was skying the ball. You skied it in PKs.
That's how you end your
game.
That's how you end
twice.
your season.
You skied in PKs twice. It's become a common route at this point. You need that. It's a huge missed opportunity. Now both teams in the second and this game have had massive ones missed. Pepperdine with the free kick right in front of the goalie box, and that shot right there by Elwood. That was set up beautifully, just missed it.
Sky is a midnight blue here in Lubbock. Nice breeze. It's not 180 degrees outside anymore. Beautiful soccer weather.
I also want to announce we're back on TuneIn Radio. I don't know when that happened.
That one won for a throw-in for Texas Tech.
So listen to us on any platform that carries us. Thank you. Back to Brett.
Abby, I believe.
Oh, pump fake.
Pump fake. Yeah, you're right.
Ah.
Played her off. And that's going to be a throw-in for Pepperdine. Immediately gave it back away.
I love the pump fake, and then you throw to a double.
Yeah, it looked like Emma Torres was just sandwiched in between two Pepperdine defenders there.
I think you can kind of feel the stress of not scoring really taking effect. You're down to 22 minutes left in this game.
We are at the halfway point of the second half. Still 0-0.
Massive subs coming in.
Trying to get that trying to get a push, get some energy on the field.
Yeah, next stoppage you're going to have Maddie Neves.
Emma
Fasora and Soto, yes.
Texas Tech caught out of position a little bit. Pushed off the line was a Pepperdine player trying to get it into the attacking side.
Somebody's yelled wolf at her.
That's Lauren Alvarez again. She's been very aggressive, and I like to see that.
And now play to the right flank, into the right corner. Goes Kate Ryan, turns Barr around.
That was
now
great defense there from Barr.
That's a nice corner for Pepperdine. They're fourth of the game.
She didn't fall for one pump fake. She didn't fall for two pump fakes. Credit to Kylie Barr with a great defense.
Third throw-in for the Waves. Both teams looking for something.
High stress is a big opportunity. I cannot stress that enough.
Especially with how, well, we remember what happened the last set piece with the almost own goal. So let's see what they could do here.
They're all stationed to the far left of the box. So now we're going to have some rotation here, Brett.
Long ball right in front of the goal. Had it and punched out by Addie Todd. Wow, what an athletic play. And then a clear by Kylie Barr.
That's a fantastic clear. That sets them all the way back to almost halfway through Tech's scoring side.
Now your defensive line resets. Addie Todd, you have to be thanking your defender there for clearing that one upfield.
You have to thank herself for the massive punch as well.
Now Addie Todd says, you know what, fine, I'll clear it this time. She's going to have to get it in close because that Pepperdine back line is holding true. Up to Abby Sign. Excuse me, no, Abby Sign.
There's your two-man, Giametta.
Giametta with Abby Sign. Sign working that left flank. Sign, nice pass into Caitlin Giametta. Gets it over to Greason. Greason blocked on the shot, but it's going to be a corner for Texas Tech again.
What a recovery by Ellie Quinn. Again, another one of those box-to-box midfielders. She's the one that cleared that one out of bounds.
Brett, there's a reason why you watch film on these teams. Giametta, what is she known for? Two-man give-and-goes. We just saw that there. Fantastic back pass, by the way, from Todd to get through to the middle. Finds a way to grease and just can't execute. All right, Brett, I said it for Pepperdine. I'm going to say it for Texas Tech. Huge opportunity here. Can't stress it enough. Very similar set style.
Fans having a fit. Emma Torres ready to kick it in. Now gets it.
You're going to set up Elwood again.
Elwood. Going to get it into the box. That headed away. Abby Sign controls. High into the box. Headed out by Pepperdine. Still in the goalie box and cleared finally. Controlled that time from Kate Ryan. Kate Ryan fighting with Abby Sign. Abby Sign almost wins that one. And they got and Millie Elwood takes one to the shoulder.
And now massive. We're having basically a full side change.
This is
like line change.
We're in hockey. Line change for hockey. Yeah, exactly.
We're
Fasora, Soto,
Neves. Out Greason, Alvarez, and Elwood.
Number 11, Chloe Soto.
My, what a night we have here on a Thursday evening here in West Texas. Fans are still here, by the way. I need to emphasize that as much as possible.
It's been kind of back and forth these last 10 minutes. What I want to see out of Texas Tech, can you win the next 5? If you can win the next 5, that's going to propel you the rest of this game.
Win the possession percentage.
Right.
Hold the ball in your half of the field. Even I want to take a step further, Braden. I want it in the scoring third, we call it, because if you're not there, you've taken away the pressure. Like you said, it's hard to beat a press of Pepperdine. But you can't press as much when there's not as much field to play with.
Exactly.
Bar having a hard time directing traffic. Caitlin Giametta loses on the touch that
Nice
time,
steal
but
for
Pasori
Sora.
gets it right back. Slide tackle clean that time from Pepperdine. They're going to get it upfield to Kate Ryan, and she gets one a little loose to the left flank, and it's going to get back to Addie Todd.
Todd's role is going to be really important right here.
Gets one deep to Abby Sign, heading up the right field line. Into Soto, back to Sign. Sign put a little too much mustard on that one from Soto. And here comes Reese Liner back to Addie Todd.
We're entering that part of the game where touches matter so much.
Just under 18 to go. Both teams looking to stay unbeaten. They would do that with a tie, but I bet you both of these teams want to win.
And going back to that pass by Chloe Soto,
Whoa.
she just came on. Matching the energy of the game after you come off the bench is tough.
Maddie Nees wins that battle with a tough contest. Emma Torres looking to get it up. Slide tackle, clean. She stays on top of the ball, and she gets it up ahead to Abby Sign.
Fantastic play.
Abby Sign out and running. Abby Sign into the box, leads it up, headed out for a throw-in for Texas Tech. Take a breath.
Again, Emma Torres, she's been all over the place today, and I love how aggressive she is. I thought she was hurt. She was grabbing her right leg. Looked like she was just adjusting herself.
No, she is tendonitis in her knee. So
Oh.
anytime she
Knocked
takes a
over,
rough
it's a foul.
hit, it takes a second to get it back going. Hey, Brian, what's Emma Torres? What is she?
She's not the one I'm thinking about.
She's a bulldog.
She's a bulldog, and we are seeing that on display today.
Free kick for Texas Tech just outside of the attacking third.
Again, what did we say, Braden? You went on the half. I went in the attacking third or the scoring third. Well, they're right in between it. They're in that
Yeah,
no
it's
man's
like
land. But this is what we wanted. Hold the possession ball here.
It's got to be Emma Torres to create a good look in the box. Long one in, headed out immediately by Salvador that time.
Great play from Soto to keep it at least alive.
Salvador does keep it alive. It's going to fall to Taylor Strzeski. What's she going to do with it here? She's going to pull it back and get it out to Addie Todd.
We talk about Keona's being shut down by Pepperdine. We need to by Texas Tech. Pepperdine shut down Taylor Strzeski. It's been the exact same thing.
This is after her having a come-out game against Boise State.
It's interesting to see the similarities between Texas Tech and Pepperdine.
Is it even a come-out game at that point? Or is that just another day in the office?
Sign leaves it to the left side for Kylie Barr. Switches the play. One-on-one, leaves it off.
We've had a lot of success working this left side here, Brett.
Giametta, Techie. Giametta loses it momentarily, gets it over to Barr. Barr one-on-one again, tries to get past her defender.
Man.
Does that time,
Oh,
goes right
man.
through her. Between two,
Man.
into the box. That one
Just
There's
Jackson
a sniper.
teammate. And if Pepperdine player is not there, Taylor Strzeski's wide open for a nice little shoe-in.
That is vintage Kylie Barr. You've seen her entire career. And another Red Raider corner kick, number 8 of the game. 15
And
in
they
the
just
last
showed
2
that
games.
replay. Man, oh man.
It goes back to, remember when we said, like, they
Mama,
kicked the
there
ball
goes
really
that
hard?
woman.
Emma
Yeah,
Torres.
she ate it off her face, man. I mean, that's
Going to feel that one on the ride back to Malibu. Or, excuse me, to Waco, because they play Baylor next.
yes. Oh, yeah, no, she
kept it inbound. Yep.
and she's out.
That is
Stone can't believe it.
worst case
It's
scenario.
a
for
freshman
Texas
mistake,
Tech.
Braden.
You cannot have that. That is a big turning point in this game. If you get into that, if you get a corner and you get something that's on frame, threatens the keeper, that changes the momentum of the game. With
And you've
15 minutes to go, you need something
When
big.
you see success with that set, doing the quick pass out and then getting it back to the middle, you can't get it back to the middle if you're standing out of bounds.
Right.
14 and a half left in this game.
Plenty of time, I feel like. Because of how fast the attacks have been, you only need 30 seconds right now.
Good time. Good throw past that time. Chloe Soto gets control, leaves it in to the midfield. That time it's Emma Torres who
Nice
leaves it
ball.
off for Caitlin Giametta. Good touch. Has one streaker on the left.
Nice
It's
ball
Abby Sign.
again.
Abby Sign into the goaler's box. Kicks it in. Controlled that time from Taylor Strzeski. Just high.
That was Torres who came back around to try to kick it, by the way.
Somebody has to be in the middle of the box. That ball is in no man's land. It was Taylor Strzeski, I believe, that kicked that one. She had to kind of turn back.
Rocket.
Her chest was up. Yes, she still kicked a rocket, but somebody has to be in the middle of the box prepared for that ball.
There's 2 Red Raiders there also to decide who gets it. I think that also played a part in it because it was kind of, no, you take it, no, you take it. Okay, I'll get it. I think that last second of waiting maybe hindered the play.
A battle between 2 prospective NCAA tournament teams. Picked to finish first in the WCC is Pepperdine going against Texas Tech. Caitlin Giametta will win it this time on the left flank. Giametta goes around 2. Spins one in. Collected, headed out. Good clearance that time for the Pepperdine back line.
It's going to stay in play.
You're right, it's going to be left off for Abby Sign.
No.
Hit off the line, and streaking down the left side is Pepperdine.
Sign fell over, by the way. That's how Pepperdine got this opportunity.
Into the goalie box. No one home, though. Riley Greason will clear it out.
We talked about it earlier, not running with your teammates for Texas Tech. Pepperdine just did the same.
This game has opened up completely. It's end-to-end stuff here. You can tell people are getting tired.
Belle Larson.
It's a great
Flower
defense.
Mound
Oh,
product.
that's great defense. Oh, no.
2 alone in the box. That one gets
What a
through!
shot.
Through the legs of Greason to the bottom of the bottom of the left of the box through the hands of Addie Todd. 1-0 Pepperdine.
You play with your food too much, it's going to get you. And this goes all the way back to Sign falling over on the miscue of the pass. Nobody gets back on either side. Luckily you clear it, but then nobody gets back still. Hayes clears that, by the way, all the way back. You still have five Red Raiders in the middle when the ball is coming back towards your goal. Right place, right time. Now you got 1-0.
Yeah, that was Kate Ryan with the goal. She's a freshman forward. She's a direct young striker. We saw some fancy footwork before that, and then she got the ball, right-footed shot, snuck it into the corner.
It's her second goal of the year. Pepperdine's only had 3 goal scorers, but hey.
And this is the situation we didn't want to see Texas Tech in. They like to play defensively. Now they have to play offensively. I think best case scenario tonight, Texas Tech is going to get out of here with a draw.
I forgot to write down the stat, but when trailing, the Red Raiders are not great, unfortunately. The way they game plan their style of play is it is to shut down the opponent. And Brett, unfortunately, that's your first goal allowed this year.
The casual fan's going to look at the name Pepperdine and be like, oh, I thought that's just a smart school. No, this is one of the best mid-major teams in the country. Like we said, picked to finish first in the WCC. Now, given Tech fits, now they're up 1-0. Texas Tech now has to look to tie. Addie Todd, pressured immediately, couldn't get through.
Oh.
Hesitant now. She's been thrown off her rocker a little bit.
Her backline's not giving her any help in the last 20.
Soto, good touch. Plays it up to Giametta. Giametta has Barr running on the left side. Giametta goes for the center instead. Tries to put a shot on, blocked. And collected by Barr.
Play from Barr to
Gets a
get there.
defender upper line and throw in for Texas Tech.
I don't think that's the right call, but it's going to go in Tech's favor. I fully thought that was off Barr's foot.
Riley Greason threw it right into the defender.
That was Hayes, sorry.
That is Hayes, excuse
You're
me.
good.
Soto collects. Soto to Barr. Keeps it in, good touch. Now back to Eleanor Hayes.
Fans saying go to the wide side of the field, and
Scarlet Stampede trying to get this crowd back into the game. They're getting a little restless. Soto puts one into the box. No one's home. I mean, I understand wanting to get a shot on, but
it's lackadaisical. It's lackadaisical. They haven't been in this position before.
Chloe Soto's not the one who's going to put the pressure on.
You want to be a superhero, well, you got to do superhero things, and that's not a superhero play.
Eleanor Hayes put her entire foot into that one. Caitlin Giametta between 4. Collected by Medvecki. Excellent diving save.
It's a great shot. It curved a little too much.
And Medvecki has had nothing on her plate so far. That's one of the first times she's been really tested, and that was a long shot outside of the box. It was on target.
Chloe Soto loses that match on the goalie kick that time. As we head under 11 minutes to go, Texas Tech trailing the Pepperdine Waves by 1.
What needs to be stressed is the home non-conference win streak
Corner,
is
it's
in massive
Quinones.
jeopardy.
Quinones into the box. Cleared away. Soto, dangerous position, clears it out. And Giametta gave up on the play. She said, I wanted it here. Throw in for the Waves.
Feels like there's been a lot of that. I want it here, and no, I'm putting it there.
But if you're the one that's saying, I want it here, you still have to go get it if it goes there.
Yeah. You can't have everything on a silver platter.
Leonard triggers it into that corner. Working is Salvador. Salvador back to McCormick, a freshman.
Bad news.
McCormick, great defense that time. And cleared away. And Texas Tech trying to get out and running.
Oh,
Riley
man.
Greason puts the brakes on her defender that time. Riley Greason misses the tackle's missed, but she gets it up ahead past Torres, and Medvecki will collect once again for Pepperdine.
Tom Stone has both hands in his face, his hat off.
The passes just aren't there. You're either behind or you're in front. There's no middleman.
And Pepperdine's not a slouch defensively, obviously, that you're going to get away with passing. They're not Boise State level.
We'll say Medvecki has been a bit weird on these long field kick-ins. Riley Greason trying to beat her defender down. Header away from the goal box. Riley Greason controls. Taken away. Torres has it. Torres working the right side. Into the box. Strzewski finds the back of the net. Unbelievable! Her third of the season. We're tied.
Who else? Who else was it going to be?
Third-team All-American, first-team Big 12. You need a goal? Call Z.
This is reminiscent of the Utah State game last year that me and Kate had. You were down late in that game. You needed your player to make a play. What a pass into the box by Emma Torres.
And for my people at home, Taylor Strzewski scores. You have never lost a game. That stat is now still good to go.
9:20 here. Braden.
Win the next 5 minutes. Win the next 5 minutes.
This crowd is turned up. We have jumped. They're jumping up and down.
We need the momentum chart right now.
It's Strzewski. It's always Strzewski.
Who else?
Pepperdine now looking to attack. Long ball away.
Now, I'm going to stress this real quick. You can't now be like Pepperdine, like when they scored. We're lackadaisical on defense, Braden. You can't now give up the pressure because you've tied the game.
Amelia Elwood's understanding that, put a lot of pressure on Salvador in that one, getting back to the midfield. And
Just
that's
kicked
another
it out.
errant kick out. Possession Texas Tech on the throw-in.
What you just did worked.
You have 9 minutes.
And Braden, what'd they do? They worked the outside part of the field, weren't direct. It's something you've been talking about all night. Stop being so direct, and it might work out in your favor.
Bad touch from Greason that time. Throw in quickly by Pepperdine. Reese Liner going to control. Pepperdine defender slips down. Now Liner has open field. Gets it up ahead. It's Millie Elwood. Up to Greason. Greason
Solid
tries
pass.
to turn the field.
Oh, wow.
Pulls it back.
Oh,
now pulls it back. Her
man.
defender goes the other way. Riley Greason upfield. It's Strzewski. Strzewski gets a slide tackle.
Yeah, here we go.
You have to play. You have to play.
No, the ref's going to
call
hold
it
it.
dead.
You're good.
Man.
No, you're 100% right there. You're 100%
Finish your
right.
thought. Finish your thought.
Yeah, you have to play in that scenario. If the ref gives you advantage.
It's a 2-on-1.
Yeah, exactly. This whole other side of the field is open.
And for your fans at home, if you don't know what advantage means, they're going to give you play until you lose possession. And
Yellow
then they
card.
call it. Yellow.
That time, I believe, for Salvador. Heartbeat of this lineup, connecting both sides of the field.
That's their 4th yellow on the season. They hardly commit yellows, and they hardly give up yellows.
So Braden was saying early, only 2 on the year.
Yeah.
You have 2 in this game.
Hey, you double your season total, and it's not a good look.
Just inside the attacking third. Hayes, long ball in. Giametta, high in the air. Liner header. Cleared away, but it's controlled by Elwood. She's going to get it out.
Oh, they're going to call a foul, pushing the back. Elwood was just trying to be quick and reset
everyone
it.
by grabbing it. And now Medvecki will have a goal kick.
Down to 8 here, Brett.
Under 8 to go. We 1-1. Both teams trying to remain unbeaten. Taylor Strzewski, long header. Touched by Grayson. That's a handball. They're not going to call it. Tom Stone furious.
You can be furious about that one, but
what
they're
a pass
going to
by
play
Hayes. Corkscrewed it in. Chloe Soto gets hit out. Possession to Texas Tech, I believe. No, it's going to be Pepperdine.
That's a massive missed call by the refs. I don't care what side you support. It's a full-on handball, and it's not even close. It's the left side of the hand.
No way. It doesn't spike down like that if you don't hit it with at least your arm.
We saw what happened when you punched the ball with Todd.
Soto, nice header. That was going to go out. But keep it on your side of the field.
Yeah, you're going to get some slowness here because you got to get a new ball in.
7-11 left in this one.
Lots of space for Pepperdine on that opposite side of the field. Abby Sign, the farthest defender, is on our side of the field here.
But they're going to work this close side anyway. Like
Quinones, challenged by Barr, through the legs. Good, clear that time, but a foul on Kylie Barr. Fans don't like it.
I think the way this game is gone, you have to call it. You can't go away with what you called in the first half in the 30th minute to now.
It's going to be a free kick for Pepperdine on the edge of the attacking third. With 6:35 here to go. in the second half.
They're asking ref to use something.
Long ball in. Nah, that's not even close. That one barely got over the grass. Riley Greason's going to take it away.
She has a chance here, Brett.
She does have a chance. She's streaking down the field. You have speed. Millie Elwood in the center. She's going to receive the pass. Slowed it down. Had a wide open Taylor Strzelecki on the left side. She's going to slow it down now. Chloe Soto with it. Over to Caitlin Giametta. Giametta. Over to Strzelecki. Medvecki. Oh, nice block.
What a save.
Insane stuff.
6 minutes.
Jillian Medvecki, and that's going to be the 9th corner for Texas Tech with under 6 to go.
That is Medvecki on full display. That ball is in the top corner. Any other goalkeeper besides Addie Todd, 90% of goalkeepers are not making that save, and that's huge for Pepperdine.
I mean, Giametta has been firing from out far. Again, go back to Stone, knowing to bring in Giametta when you need it most.
You cannot afford to mess up this corner kick right here, gentlemen.
No, don't be out of bounds when you receive this ball if it's a quick end.
Got Riley Greason on the end this time. Torres long ball in. Swiped at by Medvecki. Long one away. Riley Greason going to try to keep it in. She will. Now back out to Emma Torres. Is she going to get there? No, she's not. Throw in Pepperdine from the corner spot.
5 minutes and change.
They're feeding off the energy of the crowd right now.
Hey, it's working.
Every player is stood up right now. Every one of Texas Tech subs and every one of Pepperdine subs is
There's not a single butt in a seat anywhere.
Hasn't been this loud since the UTSA match last year in the tournament.
This is louder.
Chloe Soto will control, pulls it back on her. Now she's turned the other way. Chloe Soto loses that challenge. Now Texas Tech out of position a little bit.
But
they're going to get it in. Aaron kick that time.
It's a tight game, and Pepperdine's bad passing got the best of them there.
Addie Todd will play it to the right side for Liner. Liner up to Abby Sign at the midfield on the far right next to the TV.
Here come the
Sign
Jets.
will play it in. Torres kicks it off the inner thigh.
She had to be kind of smart there, retreated back, Braden, because she was blatantly offsides, had to reset herself.
It's important to stay composed in a game of this magnitude. It's close. You can feel the energy in the stadium. I know we can feel it up here. Thank you.
Just over 4 left in this second half. Dynamite stuff on a Thursday night at John Walker Soccer Complex. Oh, flip pass headed away.
And it's half the crowd's first time seeing
the box, but Giametta wasn't ready for it that time. That high ball falls and controlled by Soto. Soto will have to get it back to Barr, and she will, the midfield line.
Chloe Soto's made such a big impact in this game so far. Really that sub role. Keep going, Brett.
We'll leave it off for Barr. Errant pass gets through Soto, and they're going to keep it in.
Can't stab there. That Chloe Soto stabbed. She got beat.
Unmarked is Ryan heading down the right field line. She has open field. Now finally picked up by Millie Elwood. Knocks her off the line and wins the ball.
Now you need to take off with it because Pepperdine's sitting on their feet.
Elwood to Strzelecki. Strzelecki back to Soto. 3:12 left in this one. Reese Liner.
Pepperdine's so gassed. You can tell, Brett, here on their running. Look, they have no gas left.
Abby Sign. Abby Sign surveys. Hits it back out. Torres. Miscommunication that time, but clear to the midfield, controlled by Reese Liner. Reese Liner, long ball. Headed away off the forehead that time of a Pepperdine wave, and now they control. Texas Tech on the back heel into the goalie box, but controlled by Addie Todd with just over 2:30 left here in the second half.
Pepperdine's had chances. It's just their whole team is so tired that there's no one back to help them.
Abby Sign saying, let's go, let's go. That pass errant, though, can't get to Riley Greason. On ball in. Abby Sign wins that time. Texas Tech playing a little too wide right now, Braden.
Yeah, a little too wide. You just come off a big goal, lots of energy in the stadium. You have 2 minutes to go. Can they get a winner here?
You're going to need it now if you want it.
Chloe Soto. That one into the attacking third. Between the legs of her defender, Greason, but challenged that time by a Pepperdine defender. Waves in control. That one into the box.
It's a great defensive play. You try to draw a foul there, by the way. There's no contact.
Long ball. That one. Great pass. Taylor Strzelecki header.
There we go.
That one controlled. Riley Greason, great clear that time. He's in the front of the heel.
It's a terrible second kick.
To Giametta. Giametta has 4 in front of her. Giametta leaves it off for Kylie Barr. Aaron pass, and that one's going to get kicked to the out of bounds. Throw in for Texas Tech with 1:30, and now subs will come in.
They might be going defense here. They're going to bring in Alvarez and Wiley.
Number 20, Neil
Wiley.
I'm gonna hold my comments on that sub, but I'm gonna trust Tom Stone until my life depends. And I'm gonna trust Tom Stone.
And this is it. This is it for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. If you're going to score, you have 1:26 left. This is your biggest opportunity. It has to be now.
Kylie Barr.
You have to think this is probably your last chance because the last minute's going to be almost keep away.
Your all Big 12 fielder. Gets it in to Wiley. Barr into the back of the net. It's going to be a goal kick for Medvecki.
And none of Pepperdine's back, by the way. No one has crossed the halfway point. Still not past the halfway point here, Brett. I mean, you're not putting any pressure on the back line.
Looks like you're playing for a draw right now. Alvarez trying to win that when she can. She does that time. That's going to trickle, stay in bounds. Trzeski going to get it there. She is. Trzeski streaking. She's going to get a look at it. Met by 2. She gets the ball back. She trips over a defender. They're going to call a foul.
Elwood is wanting VAR. We're going to get a foul push in the back.
They got VAR.
Folks, if this goes through, you might have a Taylor Trzeski PK moment.
43 seconds.
I don't care where you are. Turn on some Texas Tech soccer.
Gentlemen.
No, even better. Turn on KTXT, the Raider 88.1. Keep it locked to the left. Jam it to the left.
So far in this game.
Deep breaths. Let's collect ourselves here for a second.
So far in this game, you've had a near own goal. You've had
a successful defended PK.
And now you have a tie game.
A comeback shot, by the way, of who other than would it be Taylor Trzeski?
You're All-American.
Okay, I want y'all's thoughts on this. Do we get because that's in the goalie box, right? Are we going to get?
It's tough. It's very tough because this is the game. This is the game. If it's Taylor Trzeski on the spot.
Barbecue chicken.
Exactly, but you do have a great goalkeeper in Medvecki. It's very tough. If it's clear, I think they give it. But if there's any hesitations with the ref.
What I'm looking for is, are they going to call it on the initial or are they going to call it when she trips over? If they're looking on the trip over play, you can call that incidental, saying you ran into her.
The question is, I think she gets beat. And with that, I think she gets beat, so she tries to reach out, or whether it was with the hand or the foot, and that brings her jet ski down. And in that case, that is a foul.
I say they called it on the second trip. It wasn't on the initial one.
Sorry, I'm looking back at our camera. We have like a crazy light setup right now. It's kind of cool.
They are taking a long time to look at the review.
I will say the longer a review usually happens, the more likelihood of overturning. Here's the reason why.
We're about to have.
And I just lied.
We're about to have a ruling. We'll let you know what the crowd thinks. No pen. It's going to be a free kick.
Cover your mics.
Yeah, back up.
Braden, you said so.
I think they're going to call a corner.
Corner, okay. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, because they pointed up there. They didn't point this way.
This is the last chance for Texas Tech.
Well, we said that 20 seconds ago. But I'm gonna take your side on. I think this has to be the last chance.
You cannot play short here. You have to put this ball in the box.
10th corner of the game.
Torres to trigger it in for Texas Tech. 43 seconds. Tech trying to net the game-winning goal. It's Torres. Short ball in. That one into the. Just nothing coming out of it for Texas Tech. And controlled by Medvecki.
They tried to create some chaos there in the middle, but there was no chaos. It was just people standing around introducing themselves.
And Medvecki's going to take her time here.
And Pepperdine's trying to stress everyone on the far side of the field.
Long kick, and 20 seconds to go.
And that's an error on Medvecki. That just goes out. Tech's going to work quick here, Brett.
Got 16 seconds. Quick throw in. Won by Greason. And immediately
got 10.
Back to Pepperdine.
You'll hear the countdown on the PA.
7,
Abby Sign.
6,
Abby Sign trying to get around 2.
4, 3,
Into the box,
2,
headed
1.
away. And of course, that's going to be all she wrote. Well, 2 teams came into this game unbeaten.
Oh, man.
2 teams will walk out of this game
unbeaten.
Texas Tech.
Your home win streak.
Stays
unbeaten.
Texas Tech and Pepperdine draw tonight at John Walker Soccer Complex, 1-1. We need some oxygen up here
I
in this
know.
booth.
You could feel the energy in here, and that gives me so much hope. Just wait till we get to Big 12 play. It's going to be rocking in here.
All I'm going to say is if the Baylor Bears are still the level they're at come October 30th, you might have to get to the ball. You might have to get here in the parking lot an hour before to get in.
Well, you know, like we talked about, Pepperdine and Texas Tech have a common opponent. It's going to be Baylor. We'll see what Baylor, this game, and now that Baylor game becomes very interesting for Pepperdine. If this is what the Texas Tech defense gives you, what is the Baylor defense going to give you?
It's going to be a test for sure. What I'm asking is, do you take this as a win for Texas Tech? You were down, you were beaten. If you were playing Pepperdine's game for what seemed like 75% of this game, you could
I would say
a
until
goal.
the 80th minute almost.
Right, yeah, and then you could see the goal. You're able to bounce back. You threaten at the end. You almost get a penalty call.
This is why you schedule these games if you're Tom Stone. Again, people are going to look at the name Pepperdine and be like, where the heck is that? No, to California. But this is a top-tier team who's going to make some surprising noise in the NCAA tournament.
And, Braden, go back to your thought. You said, is this a win? 100%. The only fault in the last, Brett, would you say, 2.5 years where you couldn't come from behind as much. It was like you got down 1 goal, the team kind of fizzled out. It became almost a give up. You saw the complete opposite. Sign and them are fighting for the final 10 seconds to try to get across. And I think if you had an extra 20 seconds, by the way, on the clock, I think they get a shot opportunity there because they had 2-on-1. But we'll digress. It's a win because ties in soccer still mean so much because you still, when you get to Big 12 play, points are awarded. That's how the tiebreaker stuff is done.
This is the get right.
Ties give you ties are better than a loss.
And you talked about Big 12 play, but let's look at playoffs. This game goes to extra time and possibly penalties in the playoffs. But what I want to ask y'all, it was Taylor Jajetsky today. It's not going to be Taylor Jajetsky every day. Who's going to step up in this case?
Until improvement, otherwise it's going to be Taylor Jajetsky. Okay, they just said Fort Walker Raceway. We'll figure that out in a second. I also want to point out, I brought up this stat halfway through the game. It still stays true. If you're tied at half at Texas Tech this year, you've tied the game. But if you look at the box score and you look at how the game went, you would go, this feels bigger than a tie.
I mean, look at this also for Pepperdine. This is your first away game. And you're coming into number 16 ranked Texas Tech.
And you're coming into a galvanized version of a home crowd.
It's already a tough place to play in, and you draw them.
And you were leading it with the final, what, 12, 10?
Yeah, until the last 12 minutes, until Strajewski buried one. So, I mean, again, this goes back to these are 2 tournament teams. Texas Tech going to get another challenge with San Diego State. The last time Texas Tech played a WCC team was San Francisco.
I need to give out some shout-outs real quick right here. Kylie Barr played all 90. Eleanor Hayes plays all 90 in the field, and so does Reese Liner. Your back line plays the entire game, and they're half the reason why you make that comeback. Same thing with Pepperdine. They had 4 players hit the 90 mark. Peyton Leonard, Pendleton, Stewart, and Soriano. Absolute warriors that are out there on the pitch tonight. And if you like this, show up to the ball, not to the ballpark.
The ballpark?
Well, show up to the ballpark next spring.
The ball complex.
Show up to the John Walker Star Complex September 6th. That's your next home game. It's another night game if I'm not mistaken. Right? That's a Sunday night game. This year you've drawn a lot of those. Yes, Sunday night, 7 p.m., San Diego State. I'll be producing that one, by the way, so.
Lord help us.
I digress. I'm going to Red Wire loyalty. Yes. Does it affect you maybe getting into a football game? In my 2 games here this 2026 season, I have seen more people with their butts in seats, including paid tickets, which aren't even a part of the loyalty, than I have all of last year combined, including a home NCAA playoff game that me and Brett called. That was an absolute classic, by the way. That game, Strajewski ties it in the 12th minute. Sorry, doesn't tie it. Takes the lead in the 12th minute. You cannot let the momentum go away. And also, I'm going to tie this all back to Brain's first question. Is this considered a win? Yes, because the brand new home crowd, a lot of eyes are being exposed to your sport and to your team. Didn't see you lose. And to the common fan, a loss looks way worse than a tie, especially to a team like Brett would say, Pepperdine, which if you're not inclined, looks awful.
Texas Tech, of course, a lot of things to clean up going into the next game, especially with passing. I don't think that's a bad thing to say, being completely honest with you. But the fight didn't die.
Didn't die. We almost died.
We did. Cortisol spiked.
I mean, think about this. This could have been a 2-0 game.
And with that, Texas Tech, it's 48-0-1 when they score 2 goals or more. So that might be the mark for Texas Tech. If we can score 2 goals, we're not going to lose.
In Tom Stone's history, 2 goals is, even if it's a 2-1, it's just almost impossible to come back from, because this goes back to what we talked about in the game. This team and the style of play works better when they're what? Fill in the blank. When they are, such with an A. Guys, don't leave me hanging. We're on radio. When they're ahead. Thank you. I love you guys, but threw me under the bus. When they're ahead, right?
You know, that reminds me of a really old quote. Everybody acting tough when they up. I'm not saying that Texas Tech
Pepperdine actually did the complete opposite.
Yeah.
When they went up, they played soft. They didn't.
Exactly.
They stopped pressing.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? They were lazy getting back because they're like, we had it. Well,
Coach Stone called this team the best team he played so far. And I was questionable just because that Boise State team is also very good. But now I see why he said that.
I mean, and like you guys said, it ties you back. You need a great non-conference. You're on the plus side of it this year. What hurt you last year was you lost good games in non-conference, but if you want to be considered a national champion favorite, those non-conference games should not end up in ugly losses. We can have ugly ties, ugly wins. You can't have an ugly loss in non-conference if you're, what Abby Sines says, what the whole team says, what Tom Stone says, win a national championship. And for Pepperdine, you have to give them a round of applause. They're an excellent team. They also haven't lost this year. They're no slouch. They proved that today. They'll continue to prove that.
Unanimous first team in WCC play.
I don't think we're getting down in the field.
What makes you say that? Maybe like the sea of red that's like on the very bottom of the bleachers?
Remember when that was a thing? The Red Sea?
Yes.
I digress.
And then it turned into the Jones student section.
Yeah. We'll save our thoughts there. But, yes, if you're waiting for more continuing coverage, Friday, 1 p.m., 1 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock Eastern, 3 and Out returns. Brand new staff, brand new cast, same Texas Tech sports and optimism. Tune in, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern for 3 and Out. First time we're back with a brand new group. And then that Sunday, Brett, what should they also do?
You listen to us what calls Texas Tech soccer again.
Oh, we'll have Sunday Night Football.
Literally.
And speaking of football, first live tweeting event, September 5th, ACU Texas Tech football. I know y'all know when that's going to happen. But if you want live play-by-play tweeting, some say maybe faster than the real app, follow KTXT_sports on X for live tweets, live coverage, all things Texas Tech. Had to do our promos because
I was like, you don't believe us? In the Women's College World Series, when all the TVs were down, who were people coming to for live updates?
us.
That's us.
And if you don't believe us, I can post the analytics from that month, from that week, and prove that it's beneficial to follow us. Also, we have insider knowledge. We don't release it, but we have this stuff.
We gatekeep.
We get. Well, according to journalism, we are the gatekeepers of America. Anyway, Brett, send us out of here. Also, big shout out to you, Camilla. First time producing in her entire life. Had to learn the board, everything that makes this system run within maybe 6 hours, and not even. She didn't even get 6 hours. She quickly got a demo yesterday. Quickly got one today. Threw it down. Thank you, Camilla. Without you, we would not be on the air. And Braden and Brett, y'all did fantastic. We'll be back. Brett, you know what to do.
For Braden Larson, Cade Welty, my name is Brett Ramirez. Texas Tech draws the Pepperdine Waves 1-1 here at John Walker Soccer Complex. We will see you Saturday.